And welcome in, everybody. Glad to have you guys back in the stream once again today. College football for a special live stream going down. This one taking place at Razorback Stadium, Fayetteville, Arkansas, for week 2 of the college football season. It is the number 15 ranked Texas Longhorns who will be facing the Arkansas Razorbacks in this game today. Texas comes in leading the series all-time 56-22 in a matchup here between two former conference opponents who played in the Southwest Conference against each other, as Texas was a member from 1915 to 1996 until the SWC became extinct in 96, and an Arkansas member from 1915 to 1991. Welcome to the stream, everybody, once again. We got Dennis, welcome in. Playboy Brian, welcome in here. Vegas, Jay Ramirez, glad to have you guys back in the stream. Fully packed Razorback Stadium for this game. And it is just completely all fans in the stands for this matchup here. For a terrific battle. SEC for Arkansas taking on the Big 12 for Texas before they make their transition in 2025. Both teams coming off a W in Week 1. Texas with a 38-18 victory over Louisiana. Quarterback Hudson Card got the first start in his career for Texas, threw for 224 passing yards in the air, 2 passing touchdowns. Texas rush heavy, led by their running back Bijan Robinson, 20 carries for 103 on the ground, and he had 176 total scrimmage yards, including 4 receptions out of the backfield for 73 receiving yards, and a receiving touchdown as well, along with a rushing touchdown. Randy, what's good? Glad to have you in the stream. Yeah, that was huge earlier today. Oregon going into Columbus and getting the upset over Ohio State. And then on the side of Arkansas here, the home team, 1-0 record winner over Rice, 38-17 in their first game last week. Quarterback KJ Jefferson completed 12 passes. They were more rush heavy though, as Arkansas went 44 rushing plays to 21 passing plays. Same as Texas, they were rush heavy in their first game, as the Longhorns went for 42 rushing plays to 26 passing plays. What's good, Nick on the stream? Welcome in. Yes, I plan on doing it. I might join in progress at halftime, depending on when I get back. So I plan on doing Sunday Night Football. I'm probably going to be home a little bit later tomorrow because I have a lot to do during the day. So big game on board between these two teams. Arkansas tallied up 245 total rushing yards in their first game with a victory over Rice, 38-17. Couple impact players in the backfield. Traylon Smith, running back, 22 carries for 102 rushing yards, rushing touchdown. He had over 700 rushing yards last season, same as Bijan Robinson for Texas, as he got 20 carries for 103. So kind of similar for the two running backs out of the backfield. Hey, what's good, Steven? Welcome back on the stream here. Cody, welcome in. I heard about that. So UCF, BYU, Houston, and Cincinnati all making their move to the Big 12. That game was a defensive slugfest. Let's see, quick update here. Texas A&M has beat Colorado 10-7, and then Alabama just got their victory over Mercer today, 48-14. Quick look at the college football scoreboard. Games going on right now. Iowa leading Iowa State 24-10. And then Penn State up against Ball State, no problem there. 44-13 for Penn State. And Georgia's defense, just something special. Georgia, victory over UAB, 56-7. What's good, Kane in the stream? Malika, welcome in. I heard about that. Congrats to Emma Raducanu, winning the U.S. Open from Great Britain, 18 years old. That's incredible. An all-teen U.S. Open final. Braden, welcome back in. Yeah, that was crazy. First ever loss under head coach Day for Ohio State that he's had in regular season play. The Pac-12 is making their case so far. Colorado played a tight game against Texas A&M. UCLA with a big victory last week. Yeah, I'm shocked that SMU didn't go into the Big 12. It's extremely shocking that UCF is going there. So they got BYU, which I thought BYU would be a better fit for the Pac-12 too, since where they're lined up. BYU's taking on Utah later tonight, so that's a big in-state game. And then Cincinnati, Houston, which totally makes sense. Houston's a terrific team for college basketball that they have. And then UCF is the one that, like, I don't know why in the world they made that move. Or so football, I mean, that's their big thing is football. But then they're going to be playing a totally different high-up conference there for football. So it's going to be much tougher. In basketball, that's going to be a struggle. They were only good like one season with Taco, and then all of a sudden they go back to having a really tough season once again, like most of the seasons for UCF. Hey, what's good, Bradley? Welcome on the stream here, man. Just getting started in a couple minutes from now. Texas against Arkansas. Huge game going on week number 2 of the college football season. This one is at Arkansas Razorback Stadium. So they coordinate all the rows at Arkansas. Red, white in the sections. That is so cool. All right, so Texas will boot this football off as we get underway here to start off this game. It's going to be Arkansas who will return it. And that will be a kickoff, goes back to the end zone. Arkansas will start off at their own 25. Hey, what's good, Vaughn? Welcome to the stream. So Arkansas comes out to the field first time today for the home team. A victory over Rice, 38-17 in their first game. And Texas will take on Rice next week. Texas coming off a victory against number 23 ranked Louisiana Raging Cajuns last week, 38-18. The quarterback onto the field, KJ Jefferson. As he takes the snap, it's bobbled towards the right side. They pick it up, though. That's about a gain of 5 of the rush. Going on the bounce, the wide receiver, Traylon Burks. We do have a flag down to start off this game. We'll take a look at the penalty flag. And this penalty to begin is on Arkansas. 1 second into this game, false start in the offensive line for the Razorbacks. So a major problem for last week's game. Arkansas had a ton of trouble with penalties. They committed 13 penalties for 117 yards in their season opener against Rice. Some players to watch out for tonight with this Razorbacks offense. The running back, Tylen Smith, over 100 rushing yards in the rushing touchdown against Rice. And then Tyson Morris had a receiving touchdown, 42 receiving yards, and then 42 receiving yards on 5 catches by Traylon Burks, and he had over 800 receiving yards last year. Here's a rush towards the right side. Texas's defense swarms as they will bring down in the backfield Traylon Smith for about a loss of 3. It's going to be a 2nd and long coming up for the Razorbacks. Nothing there on the quarterback HB direct play. Play action. Pass underneath. That one is complete. Past the 20. Knocked out of bounds at the 21. That's a pickup of 3 approximately. It goes to the wide receiver, Traylon Burks, and brings up a 3rd and long. So Arkansas backed up. Ball spotted at their own 21-yard line. This will be a 3rd and 14 coming up. Yeah, that one, Louisville should definitely be able to win that game. If they don't, that's a major issue. From the gun, Jefferson, as he will take the snap. Back to pass in the pocket, clear pocket. Passes underneath, complete at the 25, past the 30. Chopped up about 3 yards shy of the first down marker. It was the running back Smith who caught the football. And this will bring up a 4th down coming up for Arkansas. As they go 3 and out, the Texas defense holds. Arohan, welcome back to the stream here. Great start for the Longhorns defense, forcing the 3 and out. The penalty really cost Arkansas as they were set back to start off their first drive of the game. Started out with a 1st and 15 and never could really regain their footing. This ball gets booted away by the punter, number 30, Reed Bauer, and he angles it towards the left side, goes out of bounds. It's going to go out of bounds around the 36. So that's where Texas will take over, starting at their own 36-yard line. First time tonight, we see the quarterback of Texas come out to the field, getting his second career start for the Longhorns. Hudson Card completed 14 passes out of the 21 attempts last week, 224 passing yards through the air, 2 touchdown passes. Key player to note here for Texas, the running back Bijan Robinson, 20 carries for 103 in the ground. That crowd is getting loud here. Arkansas from the gun. It's Card. He takes the snap, handoff to Robinson towards the right side. Robinson will pick up about a gain of 3 as that pile keeps on moving. Be about 3 or 4 on the rush. Hayden Henry, one of the senior leaders on defense, he came over and swarmed as he was one of the lead defenders to pick up that tackle. From the gun is Card. He's got 3 wide receivers to his left. Ball spotted the Texas 39. Handoff again, stumbling, losing yardage. Drop back at the 35. That is a loss of 4 on the carry for the Longhorns as the carry went to Robinson, and it's going to bring up about a 3rd and 10. Arkansas's defense looking for a stop themselves. Texas with a 3rd and long. Card from the gun lined up to his left side, the running back Robinson. He's got 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Ball spotted at their own 35. Takes a snap, back to pass in the pocket. Card rushing towards his right. He's going to rush now. Past one defender. Swung down though with a 40. Not enough for the first down. Arkansas's defense holds. It will bring up now about a 4th and 5 for the Longhorns. So both defenses holding here. 3 and outs by the offense. And this is going to be a game tonight. It's going to come down to who's able to take the deep threats and capitalize when it comes to this type of game, because both of these teams were terrific on the ground, rush heavy in their first matchup last week. Texas ran 42 rushing plays to 26 passing plays, and then Arkansas ran 44 rushing plays to 21 passing plays. On the field to punt this football away, number 17, Cameron Dicker. Senior from Austin, Texas. He boots this one, angles it towards the near side. Drifting back, that ball is muffed, and Texas recovers inside the Arkansas 5-yard line as that ball gets muffed by the return man of Arkansas. Greg Brooks, the junior, muffs it inside his own 5-yard line, and the Longhorns with a terrific field position to take over in a muffed punt. What a punt angle down the near sideline, drifting back beyond the 10, drifting to the 6 and couldn't field it. The ball inches away from the out of bounds line in the near side of the field. It was muffed and recovered by Texas. The recovery goes to number 21 of the special teams unit for Texas. Monterick Brown Sr. comes up and makes the return. 11:38 left to go in the first. That is a huge swing in the momentum right now. The referees are just rolling this one, and it was not touched. Nobody was out of bounds when they touched it. Just scooped up. Scooped up by Brown. They're taking a look to see if this ball ever touched out of bounds. It doesn't look like it did by Brooks. Ooh. Did Brown step out of bounds? That's what they're rolling. This could be changed. This could be Arkansas ball. That front right toe appeared like it could have hit the chalk. And yes, it does from that ground angle. That has hit the chalk by about an inch. The right foot is an inch on the chalk to Monterick Brown in the recovery. And Arkansas fans just saw it on the field, and this rolling has been reversed. So Texas will not take over with a football with terrific field position. Instead, Arkansas, lucky pig, as they're going to get this football back starting inside their own 5-yard line. Wow. Talk about a game of inches right there. It's been a long time since I've seen something that close. Long time since probably the index card game in the NFL. Inches when it comes down to recovering a muffed punt. That's how the right toe was on the chalk. Arkansas takes over starting at their own 4-yard line. They go from the gun here. Robinson's going to take a quarterback direct snap up the middle and loses a yard. Brings up a 2nd down and 11. Jefferson from the gun takes the snap, handoff up the middle, past the 10-yard line, gets the first down, moving the chains forward to about the 17. A rush of around 13 goes on the carry. It is Traylon Smith. What's good, Ty? Welcome on the stream. Under 11 minutes left to go in the first. Play action, pass underneath, chopped up, and that football comes loose. It was caught. Minimal yardage, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. The catch was made by the tight end, Blake Kerba. Big play by the defensive back, number 11 for Texas. Blowing that up. Big chop up by Anthony Cook, the senior from Houston, was the one who took down Kern right at the line of scrimmage as he made the catch. And the referees will call it a drop, so they will say no caught ball. He did not possess it. 5 wide from the gun, takes a snap. Gonna rush it himself up the middle, nothing there. Back to the line of scrimmage if he's lucky is Jefferson, the quarterback, and it brings up a 3rd and 10. This matchup is two heavyweights when it comes to up front on the offensive line. With these two teams running the football, it's going to come down to who can effectively pass the ball downfield, take the deep shots, and capitalize on those tonight. 3rd and 10 coming up for Arkansas. 7 plays, 26 yards so far. On this drive, they get 1 first down. Pass underneath, that is complete. Down the left sideline, knocked out of bounds a yard shy of the first down marker. The Razorbacks bench looking for the flag. They did not get one. And this will bring up a 4th and short. And now opportunity time for Arkansas. What will they do? This is deep in their own territory if they are going to gamble for this. The ball is spotted at their own 29-yard line. And way too early to make that call to go for it. They do the smart choice, and they're going to punt the football away. So 4th and 1 coming up for the Razorbacks. Their punter standing at his own 14-yard line. Receives the snap, boots this football away by Reed Bauer. Texas drifting back, and they'll field the punt on a fair catch and start off at around their own 24. Longhorns will have the football coming back. 9:23 left to go in the first quarter here. This game's scoreless. What's good? Cody in the stream. Welcome in. Oh, wow. So UCF might get postponed. Always something when it comes to Orlando and thunderstorms. Once again, the game at UCF, as they're taking on Bethune-Cookman, that game is in a weather delay once again. Texas went a 3-and-out their first drive. Their quarterback, Hudson Card, yet to complete a pass so far. We'll see what he has in the second drive coming up after the timeout. KJ Jefferson not taking any shots downfield so far, being really conservative with the football. 3 for 4 passing, 22 passing yards in the air. And Traylon Smith has got 2 carries for 14 yards and the lone first down. Quick update in the college football scoreboard. Games going on at the moment look like this. Oklahoma jumping on top over Western Carolina in the first 4.5 minutes. 7-0 Oklahoma. Miami with a touchdown in the first 6 minutes against Appalachian State. 7-0 Canes. And then games currently in progress for a while look like this. Clemson up against South Carolina State. Late fourth quarter, 49-3. Iowa out in full control against Iowa State, 27-10 on the road for the Hawkeyes. And those are the games inside the top 25. We'll keep you guys posted. So I covered quite a bit of college football games last week. Some of those games had big chunk plays. Like that Florida State Notre Dame game, that had a ton of chunk plays in it. I don't expect much chunk plays from this game tonight. Both of these teams are pretty solid when it comes to rushing. So I think this will be more of like a defensive type of matchup, looking at both of these teams and what they thrive upon, rushing the football and also taking off time off the clock. Also, quick update here, Mississippi State at home taking on North Carolina State. And this is a kick return for a touchdown by Mississippi State on their first touch of the game. 10 seconds into it, it is Mississippi State up 7-0 against the Wolfpack. Here's a rush by Texas, about a gain of 8 on the rush, and it goes to Bijan Robinson as we're back to action. What's good, Braden on the stream? Welcome in. Congrats to your team today, man. Yeah, no shocker there to win that game. Another rush to Robinson, and he has stood up in the backfield. Arkansas jersey is swarming in. Hayden Henry, the senior leader on defense, coming in, making the tackle with a couple of his teammates as well. Grant Morgan, senior on defense. And it will bring up a 3rd and 4 as that rush lost 2 in the backfield by Robinson. 5 rushes so far to 0 passing plays. Both of these teams are rush heavy. Texas with a 3rd and 4 coming up. And that ball is spotted at their own 31-yard line. Slot King, welcome in. It's absolutely crazy. So, first ever regular season loss for head coach Ryan Day against Oregon today, pulling off the shocker. From the gun, it is Card. He takes the snap. Back to pass, looking left, defense converging in. They come up and pick up the sack. Dropped back at his own 25-yard line. Loss of 6. And the first sack made of the game as it goes to the senior. And once again, number 31, Grant Morgan, comes up the middle and records the sack for the middle linebacker. They got quite a bit of seniors on this defense for Arkansas. Impact players that they have. Grant Morgan, Ladarius Bishop, Joe Faucha. Jalen Catalon made 2 interceptions. He's a sophomore. In last week's game, this ball gets booted away. Arkansas feels it at their own 30. They take it past the 35, about a gain of 7 on the return as it goes to the 37 as they'll start off in their own territory. Returned by Nathan Parati. So we'll see what the Razorbacks can do coming up right after the timeout. Still scoreless, 7:32 left to go in the first. Yeah, that's big news there. Good to hear that Florida able to get some solid work with their backup QB too. So not much offense going on, just 1 first down total. Both of these teams not taking any shots downfield. It's just rush, rush, rush. Rush, rush, rush. And Texas has run 6 rushing plays so far, whereas Arkansas has ran 13 rushing plays compared to 4 passing plays. And Texas is yet to pass the football. And Texas does have a couple of explosive wide receivers. They have a freshman quarterback that's playing for Texas, redshirt freshman, that's getting his 2nd start. But they have 2 impact wide receivers for Texas. Joshua Moore, who led the team of receiving yards last season, only held to 17 receiving yards in his Week 1 matchup on 3 catches. And then Jordan Whittington, he went over 100 receiving yards at 7 catches in the Week 1 matchup against Louisiana. And then for Arkansas, the highest total a receiver had in Week 1 was just 42 receiving yards. It was a tie between Tyson Morris and Traylon Burks. Just they have a lot of impact players in the defensive side of the football. Dorian Gerald, John Ridgeway, Markel Utzi, Trey Williams, Hayden Henry, who's been a big part so far for Arkansas. It's been Hayden Henry and also Grant Morgan, those 2. What's good? David on the stream. Welcome in. Hey, welcome back in. We got Playboy Brian on the stream. Glad to have you guys back in. .7:32 left to go in the first quarter. Arkansas with 1 first down on a rush of 13 by the running back Traylon Smith. Arkansas will start off now around their own 36-yard line. They go from the gun. Jefferson has Smith in the backfield lined up to his right, 2 wide receivers to the right side. Jefferson from the gun takes a snap, hand off to Smith towards the left side on the drop, past the 40, and he's tackled at the 40-yard line. He got to the 41, then went back for progress, probably going to give him to the 41. About a rush of 5 in the carry. Besides basketball, which sport do I like covering the most? I'd have to say football. Football is always fun, especially big NFL games. Here's another rush up the middle. Nothing there. Texas's defense swarms to the football. Number 95 for the Longhorns. And number 93, the big boys up front. Alfred Collins and Tavondre Sweat coming in, converging to make the tackle. Along with one of their leaders, Luke Brockmeyer, number 47, linebacker for the Longhorns. 3rd and 6 coming up for Arkansas. Ball spot at their own 42. A rush again up the middle. Gets the first down past midfield. Chopped up at the 45. It is a quarterback keeper on the QB draw up the middle. And gets it for the first down. It is Jefferson on the rush. 2nd first down of the game. Jefferson goes no huddle. Tells his running back to go in motion towards his right. Jefferson takes a snap, passes towards the right side. That ball off the fingertips. Incomplete. Traylon Smith was wide open down the far sideline and should have had it for at least a 7-yard gain. It's going to stop the clock with 6:15. It brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Razorbacks. Jefferson from the gun. He's got 2 wide receivers lined up to his right, 1 to his left, and the backfield to his left side. That is Smith. And now Smith goes in motion and lines up towards the right side. Jefferson takes a snap, play action, back to pass, fires towards the near side. That pass is complete, gets minimal yardage, about a gain of 3 on the catch. Brings up about a 2nd and 7. Yeah, I know Vaughn wants me to do golf sometime. Never tried it before. 3rd and 6 coming up for Arkansas. Ball spotted at the Texas 41-yard line. Lining up to the right side is the backup running back, Raheem Sanders. Jefferson takes a snap, handoff to Sanders up the middle, pile pushing forward. Not enough for the first down, about a gain of 3, needed 5 on the rush. And this is a big call for Arkansas. What do? Borderline field goal territory, as they will keep the offense on the field here in a 4th and short situation. Sanders, the running back, lined up to the left. 3 wide receivers to the left side. Ball is spotted 2 yards shy of the field goal range line, as this ball is spotted around the Texas 37. They'll need to get to the 34-yard line for the first down. From the gun, Jefferson will keep it himself. Tries to get the edge. He does. Stiff arm past the 30 and runs out of bounds past the 25 around the 24. Rush of around 13 on the quarterback keeper option towards the right side. Being mobile by KJ Jefferson, he picks up the first down. 4 rushes for 26 as they got the edge that time around for the Arkansas offensive line. Set the edge, and they picked up first down number 3 tonight. Jefferson passes on a slant across the middle, complete. Past the 15, chopped up around the 10-yard line. It will be a first down coming up for Arkansas. The catch made by Traylon Burks. First and goal now for the Razorbacks. Ball spotted at the Texas 10-yard line as they are moving the football no huddle. 2 wide receivers to the left. One of those wideouts is Burks, number 16. 1 wide to the right. That's Jackson Jr. Handoff up the middle, going nowhere. And it's going to bring up about a second and goal. So this drive has lasted 9 plays, 6 rushes, 3 passing plays by Arkansas. Jefferson from the gun, the ball spotted at the Texas 11-yard line. First quarter's moving by fast, but both of these teams rushing. Under 3.5 in the first. Jefferson takes a snap, handoff in the draw, cuts towards the right side, and met past the 10-yard line. Forward effort will get him to the 8 on a rush of about 3. On the carries, it goes to Raheem Sanders, the freshman, and this will bring up now a 3rd and goal from the Texas 8. Biggest play on this drive comes right now. 3rd and goal. Under 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Going empty backfield is the quarterback in the gun, Jefferson. Jefferson takes the snap, passes towards the left side, complete at the 6-yard line, but couldn't get any forward progress after that as the Texas defense able to swarm. Number 14, Brandon Schooler, senior, was one of the players that came in converging safety on Texas, and this will result in an Arkansas field goal attempt. Cam Little, 2nd career field goal attempt. Last week he made 1 field goal from 34 yards out against Rice. He will kick this one from the left hash, 24-yard attempt to see if he can put the Razorbacks on top. Little, the snap, the hold, the chip shot, and it is through the uprights and good. So we have the first score of the game, 2:03 left to go in the first quarter. Razorbacks lead 3-0. All right, so first drive that goes for points in the game. KJ Jefferson so far today, 6 for 8 passing, 43 passing yards. They've rushed the football 11 times for Arkansas so far. KJ Jefferson, the quarterback, as he's had a couple big rushes, one up the middle in the QB draw, another one was able to get the edge in the quarterback option towards the far sideline with a stiff arm that led to the first down. He's got a big rush of 15, which was on the one. That was the first down rush, setting the edge, and down the far sideline he went. Traylon Smith, 4 carries for 18 yards. He has got so far. And then Traylon Burks leading the receiving, 3 catches for 20. For Texas, they're just trying to get into a rhythm coming back from break. Texas has yet to even record a first down today. They've gone 3 and out both times. Humphrey, welcome in. Glad to have you guys back at the stream. Missouri playing Kentucky today. That should be a good matchup. I know Missouri plays Boston College, I think, later this year. That should be a really good game. Quick update. Some of the scores going down right now for college football. Oklahoma leading Western Carolina 10-0 with about 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Wisconsin, Eastern Michigan. This game is still scoreless about midway through the first quarter. 0-0. Miami, Appalachian State tied up at 7. Late first quarter there. Ole Miss, Austin Peay. That game just got started. So those are some of the games as far as top 25 matchups. Also, Iowa still playing Iowa State. This game is in the fourth quarter now with under 9 minutes left to play. Iowa up 27-10. So right now we're just in the timeout. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, ring that subscribe here. Glad to have you guys back at the channel. Hey, thanks so much, Humphrey. Appreciate it. Yeah, can't wait. NBA starts up in just over a month from now. Goody, welcome in. Goody red right now. Oh, that's awesome. Best of luck in your trip coming up. We have 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. This ball gets booted away by Arkansas, goes back into the end zone, and Texas will take over starting at their own 25. Hey, what's good? Paul on the stream. Welcome in. I'll be out for most of the day tomorrow, so I'm just going to cover Sunday Night Football, most likely tomorrow. I'm not sure when I'll be back. I might just cover the second half for that. So Texas will start off now, ball at their own 25-yard line. They operate out of the pistol, play action, looking for their first passing play of the night, rolling out to their right, and the quarterback will keep it himself, takes it to the 26-yard line, about a gain of 1 by Card, and he automatically gets chopped up down the near side of the field, out of bounds. He has to be careful right there. His legs just got taken out underneath him as he was running sideways, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage when he thought all the time that he was able to get off a pass and couldn't. So Texas yet to still even attempt to pass in this game. A pickup of 1 by Card, 2nd and 9 at their own 26. Motion in the backfield with Whittington, the wide receiver. He's out towards the left. Card, play action, about to pass it. Standing with the football still in his hands, throws it downfield. That ball is complete, past the 40, 45. Tackled from behind at midfield. First down catch, first one of the game. It is made by Xavier Wordy, and it moves the chains for Texas, as that is a pickup of 24 and a reception. Big catch downfield right there. Card able to extend the play. The pressure is coming up fast for Arkansas. Under 1 minute left to go in the first. Card from the gun. Ball spotted just in front of midfield at the Arkansas 49. Here's a handoff up the middle. Cuts towards his left and the carry. Breaks the tackle. 45-40 down the left sideline. 35-30 out of bounds. First down rush. It is Bijan Robinson, as that's the second first down of the game for Texas. I got my girlfriend's birthday party tomorrow, so I'll be over her place for a while tomorrow, helping out. 1st and 10, play action, back to pass for the Longhorns. Pump fake, flushed out towards his right is Card, and Card again will scramble towards his right, out of bounds to the 25. Picks up about a gain of 4 and a carry. Nothing really going on downfield for the Texas wide receivers, as Card keeps on looking downfield. There's nothing there, so he's tucked it and ran a couple times so far, as this clock is dwindling down to 10 seconds in the first. Second and 5 coming up. Will they be able to get a play off? From the gun is Card, and time expires. So we close out the first quarter. 3 Arkansas, 0 Texas at the end of 1, but Texas striking on this drive coming up as we'll start off the second quarter, and the Longhorns will have the ball inside the 25, the Arkansas 24 coming up. Hey, thanks, Malika. Really appreciate it. All right, so right now we're going to go on a timeout, and we'll be back here in just a moment. I'm just going to close down some of the windows in my house, so I'll be right back in just a second. All right, so I'm back over here. Currently on the timeouts, we're going to move on to the second quarter coming up in a little bit. I'll go tomorrow's game, New Orleans, Green Bay. I'll take the Packers for that one tomorrow. I'll go 24-10 Green Bay tomorrow. Wisconsin adds in their first touchdown of the night. They're up against Eastern Michigan, currently 7-0. I think probably Iowa's going to jump up to around 6, most likely. Should be able to jump up past Notre Dame. Notre Dame barely holding on today against Toledo. Okay, so Texas moving the ball into Arkansas territories. We're back in. Ball spot the Arkansas 24-yard line. From the gun, looks towards his right, steps up in the pocket and gets crushed back at the 29-yard line. Loss of 5. The sack goes to Ridgeway, the third for Arkansas. And it is the second sack of the game by the Razorbacks. I'm going to take the Rams tomorrow night in that one. I'll go... That's going to be a low-scoring game. I'll go LA 21, Chicago 10. Ten rushes to just one passing play tonight for Texas, and the passing play went for about 25 yards. 3rd and 10, ball spotted at the Arkansas 29. From the gun, Carter receives the snap back to pass, and a flag is down. He gets knocked down late. Flag down on the ground. The whistle blew, and an Arkansas defenseman came over, knocked down Carter well after the play was over. Trey Williams was the one who knocked down Carter. We'll see if this sparks an additional penalty, and it won't. A delay a game call was the call on the field, and Card got tackled down low. And that did not result in any sort of penalty by Arkansas, just a delay a penalty for delay a game for Texas. It backs up the Longhorns 5, 3rd and 15, as they are back winning around their field goal range. Can't afford to take a sack here if you're Texas. Card from the gun. Steps up to his right. Passes deep downfield to the end zone. Off the fingertips to the back of the end zone. Incomplete. As he was looking for his wide receiver, Jordan Winnington, and it would have been 6. Winnington adjusted to the football and then tried to make the catch with one hand and could not come down with it at the back of his own end zone. A crusher for Texas. They're going to have to attempt a long field goal coming up. It's either their offense stays in the field or they're going to attempt a long field goal, and they will attempt it from 52 yards out. Cameron Dicker, the kicker. 20 of 23 kicking from 40-plus yards. His career long is 57. But first, Arkansas will take a timeout. 13:49 left to go in the second quarter. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, had that one by the wide receiver Jordan Whittington for what would have been a 34-yard touchdown catch instead. It's going to result in a long field goal of 50-plus coming up for Texas. Yeah, Iowa's looking really good. I don't know how Iowa State was ranked that high. Like, Iowa State had a ton of trouble last week against Northern Iowa. What's good, Jose? Welcome on the stream once again. Hope everything is going well there. You're with your cousin. You got married. That's great. Sending my best wishes to your cousin there. They are sweethearts, Vaughn. Very nice woman they are. So those are my thoughts. There's only been one completed pass so far tonight by Texas in that first quarter. It was a gain of 25 to Xavier Worthy that put the Longhorns just past midfield. And that's what I said earlier in this game. It would come down to plays like those. Deep shots down the field. Who's able to capitalize on those deep shots? And Texas that time wasn't able to do that. And Arkansas has started getting in the rhythm with their no-huddle offense. They're going with rushing the football more. So if this field goal is missed, once again, Arkansas will take over. They'd have the football starting around their own 36-yard line. And then they've been able to start to rush the ball fairly well and be able to run that no-huddle offense and chunk out first downs after first down after first down like their last drive. This is a big kick coming up. Huge kick coming up. It could very well dictate what we're in for in this game. As Arkansas on that second drive, they went downfield, they kicked the field goal. Got stopped around their own 6-yard line. They went down the field and was able to control the football for most of that first quarter. Jose going to go inside there to eat and drink. Best of luck there at your cousin's wedding. Oklahoma chips on another touchdown. They're up 17-0 against Western Carolina. So back to action. Texas will attempt a 52-yard field goal. This will be the kicker, Cameron Dicker, between the hashes. The snap, the hold, the kick by Dicker. It is up, drifting towards the right and a well wide right of the uprights. It is no good. As the crowd roars here at Fayetteville, the Longhorns come down with 0 on the board. Arkansas will get the football back starting at their own 36-yard line. A missed field goal by Texas. And now Cameron Dicker, the kicker, is 20 for 33 in his career with kicks attempted over 40-plus yards. And a miss wide right from 52. Hey, what's good, Jose? Welcome back to the stream. So Arkansas has already controlled the football for 9.5 minutes. Rush-heavy offense they have, carrying for 11 times, 8 passing attempts. Out of 19 total plays in the game for 92 total yards, and they get the football starting at their own 36-yard line. It is Jefferson from the gun. He's got his running back lined up to the right side, Smith. Tight end in motion towards his left. Hand off in the draw to Smith towards the left side. Past the 40, 45, past midfield, takes it to the 45-yard line. Tackled at the 44 by Dunn of Texas. It is a first down carry on a rumble down the left side of the numbers. And the first down carry by Traylon Smith. It goes for a gain of 20. Play action. Pass short towards the far side. Complete at the 40. Stiff arm. Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. As that is a catch made. It's going to bring up about a 2nd and 4 for Arkansas. No huddle offense again. Jefferson from the gun. Smith lined up to his left. Jefferson, play action. Passes. That pass to the far sideline complete to his tight end. First down and tackle before the 30. The catch was made by Blake Kern, the tight end, and they're going to go right back to the line with a hurry-up. Jefferson from the gun. Lined up to his right, Burks, the receiver, in motion towards the right side is his running back, Smith. Play action, back to pass, flushing out to his right, passes downfield. That ball is complete around the 11-yard line. It is caught by Burks in the first down now at the Texas 11 inside the red zone for the second time by the Razorbacks. They're starting to get open for Arkansas. The no-huddle offense working to perfection. On the bottom of the screen, 3 wide receivers lined up, bunched together. The snap. Back to pass, looking right, firing right on the screen. It is caught, but loses yardage. Diving forward to around a 14, loss of 3 on the reception as it went to the near side to Traylon Burks on the screen. Burks coming off last week's effort, leading the team in receptions, 5 receiving catches he made for 42 receiving yards. Jefferson has got 2 wide receivers lined up to the left side. His running back towards his left as he's going to hand it over. Takes it towards the right side, past the 10, rumbling forward to about the 5 out of bounds. Around a 4-yard line. First carry of the game goes to Johnson, the running back. Oh, of course you do, Vaughn. 3rd and 4 coming up for Arkansas, now inside the red zone and inside the Texas 5-yard line. 6 plays, 61 yards on this drive by the Razorbacks as they just keep on chunking out yardage. Approaching 11 minutes left to go. They go into I formation. Handoff towards the left side of the hashes. Diving forward to the end zone, and that will be a touchdown rush by Arkansas. Into the end zone, it is Dominique Johnson, 2nd carry of the game, and on the board with a first rushing touchdown for him this season. Comes out from 5 yards out, and the Razorbacks on top by 2 scores. 7 plays, 66 yards, and just under 3 minutes of total possession off the clock, leading to a 5-yard touchdown off the handoff by Dominique Johnson. Terrific play call that they had right there. He was in the middle between the quarterback and 1 running back lined up behind him in an I formation offensive type of scheme. And Johnson received the carry, took it towards the left side, up the left hash, and diving forward across the goal line into the end zone. Arkansas on to attempt the extra point with their kicker, Cam Little. The snap, the hold, the kick by Little. It's through the upright and good. 10-0, the Razorbacks on home, going up against nationally ranked Texas, number 15 in the nation. As we'll be back after the break, Razorbacks looking great to start off 10-0. So right now we're just in the timeout here. 10:55 left to go in the second quarter. Arkansas able to have an effective rushing game so far. 14 carries for 85 yards, averaging around 6 yards per carry so far. Traylon Smith with a rush of 22. If you guys are new to the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Right now, we're currently on the timeout break in this matchup here. Texas hasn't been able to do much as far as their offense in this game, especially when it comes to their passing so far. And Arkansas just been able to control the football. They're playing conservative, but able to get their receivers open downfield. KJ Jefferson, the quarterback, he's done a lot of bootleg underneath passes tonight. He is 10 for 12 passing, 73 passing yards through the air. And it's been a rushing game. 14 carries for 85 yards for Arkansas. And for Texas, they just only have one reception right now. Hudson Card is 1 for 2 passing, a 25-yard pass just past midfield. As a reception was caught by Xavier Wordy, and then Bajan Johnson has got 5 carries for 25 yards, a long rush of 20. So not much going on. It's been Cards holding the football a lot in his hands. He's just been waiting and waiting and waiting for receivers to get open, and he hasn't immediately been able to get open the ball and make early reads on with his progressions. What's good? Cole in the stream. Welcome in. Quick update right now on the college football scoreboard. Iowa up against Iowa State 27-17 with about a minute 15 remaining in that game. Miami up against Appalachian State 9-7. Wisconsin leading Eastern Michigan 7-0, and it's all Oklahoma as they are taking on Western Carolina. Oklahoma leads 24-0 at the start of the second quarter. Ole Miss up against Austin Peay 7-zip. So we are back from the timeout now on a fully packed Razorback Stadium tonight with 10:55 remaining in the second quarter. And Arkansas with a lead, up by 2 scores, 10-0. Arkansas kicks this football off. Drifts all the way back to the edge of the end zone, and Texas will elect to return it. Past the 10-yard line. Takes it to the 15 and tackled around the 16-yard line on the return by Deshaun Jameson. So that's where the Longhorns will take over deep in their own territory, starting off at their own 16. Also an update here from North Carolina. Sam Howell, touchdown rush, puts up the Tar Heels on top, and then play action. Howell going to air it out deep down the near sideline as they are up 14-0 against Georgia State, and a touchdown pass by Howell. So Card still the quarterback now with 10:48 left to go in the second. Only 2 passing plays by Card. He has it to start off from the pistol. Card hands it off towards the right side, past the 20, spin move, takes it to about the 23 on the carry, picks up 7 by the running back Robinson. What's good? Tiz on the stream. Welcome in. Yo, we might see a quarterback change if this keeps up. Card's already taken 2 sacks, and he's waited a ton to release that football today. Instead, he's decided to scramble because he keeps on holding that ball in his hand. 2nd and 4, Card from the pistol. He's got his running back Robinson behind him. Card, handoff to Robinson. Spin move past one tackler, but as he gets tackled right back at the 20-yard line. Terrific read by the senior linebacker Grant Morgan. So he comes right up the middle, tackles Robinson from behind after he breaks a tackle off the initial spin move and stuffs him right back at the 20-yard line. Under 10 minutes left to go in the second. 3rd and 6 coming up now for Texas. Ball spotted at their own 21-yard line. They got 3 wide receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Card from the gun takes a snap. In the pocket, whistle blows as the clock will stop. There's a penalty flag down. And this will be an offensive penalty by Texas. It's a false start as the crowd gets even more fired up here at Fayetteville. Backs up the Longhorns 5 yards. And this will result now a 3rd and 11 coming up for Texas. Only 1 passing play going for a first down in this game for the Longhorns. A catch of 25 that was made by Xavier Wordy. Jordan Whittington missed what would have been a go-ahead touchdown catch, which resulted in a 52-yard missed field goal by the kicker Cameron Dicker. From the gun, Card takes a snap, steps up in the pocket. He's being flushed towards his left, keeps the football, throws downfield, looked like his foot was above the line of scrimmage, and that pass is incomplete. Either way, it brings up a 4th and 11, and the Arkansas defense once again holds and forces another Texas 3-and-out. Barco, welcome in. Glad to have you guys back in the stream. Vaughn knew this will be a tough one tonight for Texas. -1 total yards in the second quarter by the Longhorns, and another drive on the 3-and-out that stalls out here to start things off. And Arkansas have been controlling this football throughout this whole game so far. Razorbacks have 12 minutes of ball control almost to 9 minutes by Texas. The snap is bobbled by the punter. He boots it away, is partially blocked. Arkansas comes up with it at the Texas 16-yard line and gets tackled around the 14-yard line. Big block by the Razorbacks with terrific field position coming up to start off their next drive as this whole crowd goes wild. Unbelievable for the Longhorns. Jitters. The freshman, Cameron Dicker, also the punter. He's a senior, and he bobbles the football just in and out of his arms, then boots it away, and the ball gets partially blocked by Arkansas. It was number 35 for the Razorbacks on special teams that ended up blocking it. And Arkansas with terrific field position as they will take over now at the Texas 14. On a blocked punt that was bobbled by the punter to start off. Jefferson from the gun. At the 14 of Texas. Handoff, up the middle, breaks a tackle. To the right side, stiff arm at the 10. Down the right sideline and out of bounds around the 7. Carry pickup of 7 yards by Traylon Smith, the running back. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and about 3 for the Razorbacks. Will in the stream, welcome in. Kelly, welcome in. Glad to have you guys back in the stream. Arkansas striking, looking to go up 17-0. 6 rushes tonight by Smith of Arkansas for 47 yards, averaging just under 8 yards per tote. Here's a pass underneath to the tight end, chopped up right back at the line of scrimmage. And it will result in a 3rd and 3. The catch was made by Blake Kern, senior tight end. Quick update here. Iowa has just won over Iowa State, 27-17 the final. Arkansas is 2 for 6 on 3rd downs. Big 3rd down coming up. It'll be a 3rd and 3 at the Texas 7. From the pistol, Jefferson, the quarterback. Behind him, the running back, Smith. In motion towards the right side, he's got his receiver, as that is Tyson Morris. Gets the snap, passes to the end zone, deflected, incomplete at the corner, looking for Burks. Burks with a diving attempt, but that ball just inches away to the right side of diving Traylon Burks. It falls incomplete. It's going to bring up a 4th and 3. So this will be a chip shot from the right hash by the kicker Cam Little for Arkansas to see if he can put his team up 13-zip. 23-yard field goal attempt. The snap, the hold, the kick by Little is up and it is through. Squeaks through the right portion of the uprights and gets it through. 13-0 Razorbacks with 7:34 left to play in the second. Great field position, puts points in the board because of the bobble snap of the punt, which happened to be the punt blocked. Arkansas took over with the ball at the Texas 14-yard line. Incredible field position. End up putting 3 on the board. All right, so right now we're just in another timeout. 7:40 left to go with second quarter. There's 60 people watching. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified here. Future live streams that I do cover. Most of my content I usually cover is actually college basketball games and NBA games that I cover, but from time to time I do cover other sports too. Football games, NFL, college football, also baseball games with the MLB I've covered before. Same as lacrosse. Covered a little bit of U.S. Open earlier this week from tennis. I've also covered NASCAR races as well. Might be time for Texas to go with a quarterback change. Hudson Card has only attempted 3 passes tonight in his second start, just for 25 total yards. And the more that they're going to keep on falling behind, the tougher it's going to be for Texas to come on back into this game, as they're failing to move the ball downfield. Arkansas is rush heavy. They're controlling this game right up at the line of scrimmage. 15 carries for 92 yards. Yeah, that's a huge victory today for Oregon. Bam on the stream, welcome in. I can't show the actual game due to copyright. It's just play-by-play only. Oklahoma goes up 31-0 now against Western Carolina. Ole Miss up against Austin P 31-0 or 14-0. Ole Miss leads that game. Robert, welcome to the stream. I've never had it before, Braden. Thanks so much, Robert. Welcome to the channel. I also covered Arkansas quite a bit this past season for college basketball. They're building up something really special. The majority of my content's actually usually basketball games I cover. College basketball and NBA games. I've covered both of these teams quite a bit last year for college hoops. So we are back into action. Arkansas will kick this one off. Texas will let it bounce all the way deep in their own end zone. They'll start back at their own 25. Yeah, sorry to hear, Braden. Hopefully things get better for you, man. So sorry. Much better game as far as the penalties tonight when it comes to the Razorbacks. They've only committed 1 penalty, and it was on the first play of the game for Arkansas on the false start. Last week's game against Rice, they had 13 penalties for 117 yards. So Texas will start off, ball at their own 25. They'll still stick with the starter, Hudson Card, as he is under center. Card from the gun. They're going to start at their own 30. So they will start at their own 30-yard line. There was a penalty assessed to that call that pushed the football up 5 for Texas. So they have it at their own 30 to start. Card hands it off to his running back in the backfield as he makes a move on the defender, picks up forward progress, about a gain of 2 on the rush as it went to Rashawn Johnson, the ball carrier. What's good? Russell on the stream. Welcome in. In the backfield once again, but John Robinson, he's only got 31 rushing yards tonight. Screens it out to the right side as Card. Pass complete, but right back at the line of scrimmage it goes. Catch was made on the far side of the field. Nothing there as Arkansas's defense swarms once again. And it's going to be a 3rd and 8 coming up for Texas. not taking any deep shots whatsoever down the field for the Longhorns. And the deep shot that they took, their wide receiver dropped it in the back of their own end zone. Instead, they missed a field goal on the next play right after that from 52 yards out. So 3rd and 8 coming up. Texas tonight is 0 for 4 when it comes to third down efficiency. From the gun is Card. He's got 3 wide receivers lined up to the left, 1 to the right. In the backfield, Robinson. Card takes a snap. Back to pass in the pocket. Steps up, fires across the middle. That pass isn't even close. Ball deflected at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to bring up another 3 and out tonight for the Longhorns. Fourth 3 and out of the game, and this keeps on sparking trouble after trouble for Texas because Arkansas is moving the ball up the field well. They're moving the ball, chunking out plays with their rushing game, and taking off some really precious time off the clock. So the punter who bobbled it is back onto the field. As this is Dicker, the punter. He will boot this one away, angles it towards the far sideline, and a fair catch is made at the Arkansas 21 as it goes to Nathan Parati. So Arkansas will take over coming up. 13-0, ball spotted at their own 21-yard line as we go on another timeout. Yeah, this quarterback for Texas, this is only his second start, so there's going to be a lot of growing in there for him. He's been holding on to the football way too long. Yeah, I thought that Buddy Hield would be the better fit for the Lakers because they're still in need of a three-point shooter. That was one of the big things that they were lacking this past season, was shooting from the outside. Hey, what's good, Mike? Welcome to the stream here. Glad to have you guys be a part of the channel. It looks like Florida State just kicked off against Jacksonville State, so this game has just started. So total yard comparison, this game has just been all Arkansas right now. 238 yards total. 164 of those yards come from rushing on 15 rushing attempts, marking 9 first downs in this game by Arkansas, and then 74 yards through the air. Yeah, I think Texas, I think for their way to get back into this game, because there's still a lot of game left to go, I think they're going to have to make a quarterback change coming up and start to take deep shots down the field and let it fall into their hands. They've got 2 catches, but one reception was for 25 yards. The other reception was on a screen that went for 0. And they also had a drop touchdown pass. That drop touchdown pass completely changed the course of this game. It led to the next play, a missed field goal from 52 yards out. Then Arkansas took it up the field, and then they scored a touchdown and went up by 2 scores. So if that football was caught in the end zone for Texas, this would be a ball game right now, but they're going to need a lot of work to do to get back into it. But it is still possible. We have 6:02 left to go in the second. Arkansas has the possession. They're leading total time of possession over 13 minutes for Arkansas compared to over 10 minutes by Texas. From the gun to start things off, Jefferson screens it out towards the near side. That's complete past the 25 and wrapped up just shy of the 30-yard line. Catch goes for about a gain of 8 to the wide receiver, Davion Warren. Hey, thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate here for being a part of the stream. Here's a rush up the middle as that will be a carry to the 34. What's good, Darius? Welcome back to the stream, man. Traylon Smith moves the chains for Arkansas. 1st and 10 now for the Razorbacks. Ball spotted at their own 34. Here's a quarterback keeper on the draw. Past the 40. 45 makes it past midfield on a big rush past the 45. Slipping a tackle here and dragged down from behind around the 32. Huge rush by K.J. Jefferson on the quarterback keeper at Arkansas, striking once again, approaching 5 minutes remaining. It's just the quarterback option play that he was able to keep it on a play action to his running back Smith. And this will be a rush. It goes for about a gain of 1 on the carry for Arkansas. Now they're into field goal range. So Jefferson is already at 6 carries for 59 yards in the ground for him at quarterback. Jefferson here from the gun. The ball spotted at the Texas 33. Jefferson hands it off towards the far sideline. And that's about a rush of 4 to the 29. So this will bring up a 3rd down situation coming up for the Razorbacks. It's going to be a 3rd and 4 for Arkansas. 1 for 7, and when it comes to 3rd downs from the gun. This will be a quarterback keeper. He'll take it himself. With Jefferson back to the line of scrimmage he goes. And this will bring up now a 4th down. So Arkansas tonight, 1 for 8 when it comes to 3rd downs. Texas gave them terrific field position on a punt that the punter couldn't handle. He booted it away. It got blocked in terrific field position as Arkansas started their drive before at the Texas 16. Cam Little already making 2 field goals. Going to tack on his 3rd coming up. 2 makes from 24. This will be his longest one from the left hash at 44. The snap, the hold, the kick by Little. This is up and it is off the uprights and it drops through. That is good for 3. Able to scrape the right upright and get the momentum through the uprights and in by Cam Little as Arkansas goes up 16-0. So everything so far in this first half going in the Razorbacks' way. Texas just looking to get positive yards and pick up 1st downs coming up. They haven't been able to pick up a 1st down in quite some time. 3 minutes left to go before halftime. 219 total yards by the Razorbacks to just 57 by Texas. Resulting in 9 1st downs for Arkansas compared to just 2 1st downs by Texas. And also, Arkansas is over plus 100 on the ground. 137 for rushing compared to just 32 by the Longhorns. Never mind passing, it's 82 Arkansas, 25 Texas on 1 pass for 25 and then a pass on the screen for 0. This ball gets booted away. Texas will let it bounce deep in their own end zone and once again will start off at their own 25. So Arkansas's defense making a huge impact. 22 tackles, 5 of those tackles for a loss, 2 sacks, and then 2 blocked punts in this game. From their own 25, Texas starts. They only have 1 yard in the second quarter. Card still the quarterback. Handoff up the middle in the draw. Past the 30 to around the 32. Gain of 7 on the rush goes to Robinson in the backfield. And we are under 3 minutes remaining before halftime. Second and 4 for Texas. Ball spotted at the Texas 31-yard line. Card takes a snap. In the pocket, plenty of time. Throws underneath, complete. Past the 35, spin move, knocked out of bounds around the 37. Catch made of 6 yards goes to the running back, Rashawn Johnson, and gets the first down for the Longhorns. That's only first down number 3 tonight for Texas. Vegas, what's good, man? Glad to have you back in the stream. No deep shots taken downfield for Texas besides the 1 catch they made for 25. Card just 3 for 6 passing, as they'll call for a rushing play. Draw up the middle, about a gain of 1 on the carry to Robinson. So the running back, Bajan Robinson, rushed for 103 last week against Louisiana. He has been shut down now for 9 carries for 32 rushing yards. They're just averaging around 2.5 yards per carry on the rush in this game tonight for Texas as a team. Second and 9 coming up. Card takes a snap. Back to pass in the pocket. Throws it deep down the far sideline. That is incomplete. A drop football on the ground. Almost intercepted, and the referee will come in as incomplete. Almost an interception by Arkansas. That was a dropped football by Texas. Second drop of the game by Jordan Whittington. He was the one who dropped a wide open pass deep in his own end zone. Tracking that ball back, he soars up in the air, and he gets absolutely crushed on a hit by Jalen Catalon, number 1, who had 2 interceptions last week against Rice. Almost an interception by Hudson Clark, number 17. He came in diving late, but his hands weren't underneath the football in time. Penalty flags coming in. The clock stops with 1:32 left to go before halftime, and Texas commits a penalty in the offensive line. False start, backs up the Longhorns 5. So Card has taken 3 deep shots. One of them was caught for 25. The 2 other balls were dropped by his wide receiver, Whittington. Whittington had a terrific game last week. He led the Longhorns in receiving. Whittington a week ago, 7 catches for 113 in the receiving touchdown, but tonight 2 drop passes. Back to pass. Card airs it out towards the far side at the 40. It's caught of Texas territory, tackled at the 41-yard line. That's Whittington. Right on cue as he makes the catch, but shy of the first down marker and brings up a 4th down. So once again, Texas, in a 3rd and 11 situation, they go for a pass underneath, completes 5 towards the far sideline to Whittington, and not enough for the first down. That's a play right there. You have to take a deep shot past the sticks if you're the Longhorns. Under 1 minute remaining before halftime, Cameron Dicker, the punter, who has already bobbled one that was blocked, set up Arkansas with a field goal that they made. Terrific field goal position. And the returner for the Razorbacks will be Nathan Parati. This time, Dicker boots it away. Parati drifting back past his 10-yard line back to his own 7. And that's where he calls for a fair catch. The Razorbacks take over. 2 timeouts remaining, 16-0, deep in their own territory at their own 7. Oh, wow. Did I know an NHL player was born on 20 years ago? I did not know that. So Arkansas is starting off at their own 7-yard line, 1st and 10. Jefferson from the gun. They've got 2 timeouts to work with. His running back, Smith, lined up to the right side. Takes a snap, handoff to Smith. Smith past the 10. Takes it to the 15. Rumbles forward, first down. Able to get to around the 17. Moves the chains. Time going off the clock, though. The referees will say his knee was down before he got to the first down marker. So even though he was forward past the first down marker, it's going to be a 2nd and 1. And time just keeps on going down off the clock. So Arkansas won't run another play. We'll end up here at halftime, 16-0. All Razorbacks in this game. Texas failing to move the football downfield. And it will be Texas who received the second half kickoff as we're going to move on to halftime. What a start by the Razorbacks. Their defense shutting down Texas for 2 losses of tackles, also 2 sacks in this game, and also 2 blocked punts. And Texas just not helping themselves, not taking any deep shots down the field. Their quarterback, Hudson Card, has only completed 4 passes in the first half for just 39 passing yards. Arkansas by 16, leading total time of possession just under 17 minutes compared to Texas with just above 13 minutes currently. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, being a part here on the channel. Special live stream today. College football. Majority of my content I usually cover is actually more so college basketball and NBA. I've covered both of these teams quite a bit last season. So I had them quite a bit covering games throughout the season. But yeah, I cover other games as well from time to time. Football games, baseball. I've covered a couple NASCAR races before. I did a few U.S. Open matches too earlier the week. I did lacrosse as well. Quick scoreboard update. Oklahoma, no problem tonight. They get a easy game against Western Carolina. It's the Sooners who are up 38-0 with about 7 minutes remaining before halftime. Wisconsin leading Eastern Michigan 17-0. Appalachian State up against Miami right now, 14-12 with around 3.5 minutes before halftime. Ole Miss up against Austin Peay 14-0. And North Carolina, bounce back game for them. They lead against Georgia State 21-3. So yeah, there was the big upset today. Oregon over Ohio State at Columbus. Huge game of the schedule, especially for Arkansas right now, because they got a brutal schedule coming up later in the month and into October. They got their final tune-up game next week against Georgia Southern. And then this is the schedule coming up after this. A game neutral site at AT&T Stadium against Texas A&M to start off conference play. And then they take on Georgia. Well, that defense for Georgia is something special. That game's on October 2nd at Georgia. And then against Ole Miss, who's currently ranked at number 20. That's on October 9th. And then against Auburn on the 25th of October. Auburn winning 2 games, outscoring opponents 122-10. What's good, YXZ in the stream? Welcome in. So I'm interested to know if they're going to still keep Card out on the field to start things off in the second half, because it's just been disappointing for Texas. They have yet to move the football at all. Card's standing there with the ball in his hands constantly, and instead of passing downfield, he just elects to scramble for it and picks up like a gain of 2, 3, 4, then runs out of bounds. And then they just keep on going 3 and out after 3 and out after 3 and out. Texas tonight 0-6 when it comes to third down efficiency. And the best placement in the football was around inside the Arkansas 30, which led to a sack taken by Card, took him back to the edge of field goal range, and then a pass to the end zone that was dropped by Whittington, which would have put Texas on top 7-0, or it would have been 6-3 at the time, pending extra point. And a drop by Whittington back of the end zone, and it led to the field goal, which was no good wide right. Arkansas took over, and they took it down the field and scored a touchdown. What's good, Sloppy Joe in the stream? Welcome in. Am I doing Auburn versus Penn State next Saturday? I'm not sure just yet, Vaughn. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have a lot of games during the day on Saturday myself in person. Hey, there you go, Bradley. My prediction before the game, I actually went Texas with this one before the game, but it's not looking too well right now. If the quarterback gets taken out in the second half, then there's a chance, but if they keep on staying with Card, it's going to get difficult. And it's not looking anything is possible. They're just going to need to take deep shots and capitalize on them, and that just hasn't been able to go their way so far tonight. If Whittington had caught that touchdown, then this game would be a different type of game right now at halftime. Hey, what's good, Razorback fan? Welcome to stream. What's good, Mandy? Welcome back in. Right now, we're just at halftime. This game is being dominated by Arkansas. One team that's able to move the football down the field. Their drives, though, have been stalling out as they've gone for field goals. Cam Little perfect, 3 for 3 when it comes to field goals today. If Arkansas capitalizes all those for touchdowns, then this game is just way out of reach at this point. Oh, Mackenzie Milton, you mean? Yep, Florida State found their quarterback for the rest of the season. That was incredible for him. What a comeback for him. Like, they thought he wouldn't be able to play football ever again. If Milton had played earlier in that game last week, they would have won against Notre Dame. And it's not looking so well for Notre Dame. They barely got by Toledo. Yeah, they are lucky today. They're showing the highlights right now of this game. Steven, welcome to the stream. Razorbacks will welcome in. Having Arkansas in a big victory today, only giving up a field goal. Yeah, it looks like Notre Dame's going to have a lot of trouble this year. They lost a lot, though, in the offseason for them. Notre Dame's schedule gets tougher and tougher and tougher. They play a stretch of 5 ranked teams in a row from the end of September to the end of October. So they play next week against Purdue. And then after that, they're taking on Wisconsin, Cincinnati, at Virginia Tech, and then home games against USC and North Carolina. All 5 of those teams in a row are ranked in the top 25. Anywhere right now with Cincinnati at number 7, all the way to 24 with North Carolina. And then they close it out. Final 4 games against Notre Dame are against Navy, on the road at Virginia, and then against Georgia Tech and at Stanford to close things out. So they have 8 home games, and they only have 4 games on the road. And all their home games, of course, go on NBC. Besides, the one from today went on Peacock, actually. That first half went by pretty fast. So Arkansas was controlling the game, rushing the football, and they had in their first game. That's what they did really successful. And that's also what Texas did successful in their first game. Both of these teams going rush heavy. Texas 42 rushing plays to 26 passing plays in game number 1. And then Arkansas 44 rushing plays to 21. But Texas has fallen behind now, and it's going to depend on who's going to be able to catch the deep balls, and if they're going to have that type of opportunity against this Arkansas defense, which has stood up to the task and forced 2 tackles for losses, and also they got 2 sacks in that first half. Also going into halftime, Appalachian State up against Miami, 14-12. Miami's ranked at number 22. They had lost last week against Alabama. All right, so coming up soon, we're going to start off the second half in, I think, about 5 minutes from now, most likely. Taking care of the football, big key so far for Arkansas. There are a couple swings in this game, especially early on. If Texas had taken advantage of those swings, the momentum would have been Texas early on. One of those plays was the very start of this game. Texas punted away the football, and then it was a muff punt by Arkansas. Texas recovered. They recovered a punt around the Arkansas 6-yard line, but the Texas recover man on special teams, his right foot was out of bounds, about an inch on the sideline. So the call was reversed. Arkansas started out deep in their own territory. I think from that drive, Arkansas went downfield and they got a field goal out of that. So this one, the drive started out around the 6 and ended around their own 6-yard line because they settled for a chip shot for Arkansas because that's where they started. They were up 3-0. And then Texas, another chance to take the lead. And they drop a ball at the back of their own end zone. Hey, what's good, Cade? Welcome to stream. Glad to have you guys back in. Yeah, I think they desperately need a quarterback change coming up for Texas. There's been so many plays tonight where Carr just standing in the pocket, has the ball in his hands, and then he's going to wait too long. He's took 2 sacks tonight, or he's just going to, most of the time, he's just scrambled out to the right side and picked up like 2-3 yards out of bounds. Alright, so second half coming to you guys in just a couple moments from now. If you're new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well if you like to be notified future live streams that I do cover. Majority of my content I usually do cover is actually basketball games. College basketball and NBA games are what I stream the most usually. But I do cover from time to time other sports, football, baseball. I've covered a little bit of NASCAR racing, lacrosse I've even done, same as tennis with the U.S. Open. So welcome on the stream tonight. Billy, what's good? Glad to have you in the stream here. Arkansas fan from South Florida, welcome in. So just a nightmare of a first half here for Texas. Their quarterback only passed the ball for 39 total yards. They had one chunk play for 25 with a catch made by Xavier Worthy, but Jordan Whittington has dropped 2 balls, 2 of them crucial, 1 deep downfield, which would have set him up in Arkansas territory. The Texas offense has only gone once into Razorback territory, and they stalled out and missed a field goal from 52 yards wide to the right. And Whittington had dropped that football in the end zone, which would have put up Texas 6-3 if he had caught that ball, and drive ended up having 0 on the board. Oh, wow, so they did resume that game. So UCF, thanks so much for the update there, Cody. UCF up 28-7 in their game. And Oklahoma up against Western Carolina at halftime, 45-0. So we got a lot of blowouts right now. Wisconsin up against Eastern Michigan, 24-0. That game's at halftime. Ole Miss in the second quarter, about midway through the second. It is Ole Miss who is leading 21-0 over Austin Peay. And in North Carolina, under 5 minutes left to go before halftime, UNC leading Georgia State 21-10. Mississippi State up against North Carolina State at halftime, 14-3. A couple other scores, none from the top 25. Louisville leads Eastern Kentucky 20-7. Baylor up against Texas Southern 42-0. And Kansas State losing against Southern Illinois with 1 minute before halftime, 23-21. So Texas will receive the second half kick as we are out of halftime. About to get rolling here for the third quarter. Arkansas will boot this football away. And we are underway. The start of the third comes now. This kick goes all the way to the back of the end zone, and Texas will start off at their own 25. So the Longhorns come out looking for a new sign of life in this game, as they have failed to move the football. And they are struggling desperately when it comes to moving the chains in this game. Just 3 total first downs in the first half, 0 for 6 with third down efficiency and 78 total yards. First and 10 at their own 25. From the gun, Card still the quarterback, hands it off the middle up to a running back draw. Pickup of about 4 on the carry is Robinson. Takes it to the 29, brings up a 2nd and 6. Steve Sarkisian as a head coach is 0-18 when trailing in the first half by 10 points or more. Here's a screen pass that goes nowhere. Caught by Whittington, but the Arkansas defense sniffs it out, and it's a loss of about 3 in the catch. The senior leader, Grant Morgan, has been flying all over this field right now for Arkansas. Number 31. Outside linebacker reads this one perfectly in a screen over to Whittington, and he wraps him up for a loss. 3rd and 8 now for Texas. Ball spotted at their own 27-yard line. From the gun is Card. Card takes a snap, back to pass in the pocket. As he'll fire across the middle short, that ball is complete but well shy of the first down marker. Caught by Whittington. Gain of 3 in the catch, needed 8, got 3. And it will result in a 3 and out once again. As the tackle was made, back-to-back tackles by Grant Morgan, senior leader for the Arkansas defense. There's just 0 deep shots whatsoever for Texas. 3rd and 8, and they throw the ball for a gain of 4. Here's the punt. Rolling out to his right, booting this punt away as this is Dicker. This ball will drop past the 30, rolling towards the near side hash, and it's picked up and downed at the 29. So that's where Arkansas will take over their next drive to start off. 13-14 left to go in the third field. In the third quarter here, as Arkansas will take over starting at their own 29. What's good, Lorenzo in the stream? Welcome in. Glad to have you back from Spain here, almost 3 in the morning. Ant, welcome in. Thanks so much, man. No problem. Hope all is going well. And best of luck in training. KJ Jefferson quiets the crowd. He's got himself 59 yards on the ground so far for the quarterback. Also has 82 passing yards, 12 for 15 tonight. Jefferson's got 2 wide to his left. Is running back to the left of him, Smith. Hand off to Smith towards the right side. Smith tries to turn the corner but loses yardage here. Loss of 1 in the carry out of bounds. Tackle made by Luke Brokermeyer, Jr. from Fort Worth, Texas, middle linebacker for the Longhorns. Yeah, this has been all Arkansas so far. Texas, with their offense, just keeps on stalling out. They've been playing the game really conservative and taking no deep shots. And when they've been able to take deep shots, the ball's been dropped a couple times. There's an injured Texas player down. It's number 9 on defense for the Longhorns. Down in the field. Looks like we're going to cut to a timeout now. That is Josh Thompson, senior in the secondary, who is down on the ground, able to get back up onto his feet. We're going to take a timeout, though. 13-10 left to go in the third. Razorbacks up 16-zip. Hey, Ant with a dono. Thanks so much, man. Really appreciate it. Let's get that dono hype out in the chat here for Ant. You guys are awesome. Legends in the stream. What's good, Thor in the stream? Welcome in. Yeah, it's just been a struggling game. They haven't got much on the ground either, and that's what they did well, was rushing the football. And in the last game. And they haven't been able to rely on the rush today, and haven't been able to get chunk plays off of passing. They just keep on going underneath and getting passes complete for like 3 or 4 yards, and that's it. Yeah, they should be able to make it into the top 25 for Arkansas if they do hold on and win this one. We got 100 on the stream. Let's go. Right now we're in a timeout. 16-10, 13-10 left to go in the third quarter. If you guys are new, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. A majority of my content I usually cover is play-by-play, college basketball, and NBA games I cover. I covered both of these teams quite a bit before. In March Madness, I covered Arkansas's run to the Elite Eight in the tournament, but I also covered Texas throughout the season as well for college basketball. But I cover other sports too in the off-season. Football, I've covered a little bit of baseball, a couple NASCAR races here and there. Also, I've covered lacrosse before, same as tennis with the U.S. Open. I covered earlier this week as well. What's good? Why so serious in the stream? Elijah, welcome in. Yeah, if Arkansas wins this game, I think they're going to get ranked for sure. Should be able to get ranked here because Texas is 15. It's going to determine what happens with the other games tonight, though. If these teams keep on winning or if because also Arizona State, Utah, they play later tonight. So we are back into action. Texas will take this. As that is a turnover after the timeout by Arkansas. And Texas will have it coming up. So it was play action. Pass deflected and up in the air. And it was intercepted by Texas. B.J. Foster, number 25, able to get the interception. And now Texas has an opportunity to see if they can cash it in. So big pick by Texas right out of the timeout. Ball spotted at the Arkansas 26-yard line. From the pistol, Card will take the snap handoff. Up the middle to his running back Robinson. He carries to about the 21. Brings up a second down. This is going to be a 2nd and 6 coming up for Texas. At the Arkansas 21, handoff to the right side of the hashes. Carried again, first down, past the 15 to the 14-yard line. It's a rush about 7, moves the chains, by the running back, Bijan Robinson. Approaching 12 minutes left to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 coming up now for Texas. Ball spotted now at the Arkansas 15-yard line. From the gun, they'll go handoff towards the left side. Takes it to about the 11, rush of 4 in the carry as it goes to Rashawn Johnson. So a big interception with a chance here for Texas to cash in on this drive. Card takes the snap, flushed out to his right. He is looking to scramble, spin move, breaks a tackle at the 10. He gets wrapped up, gang tackled, as there were 3 Razorbacks on him. It's a rush of 1 by Card, brings up a 3rd and 5 at the Arkansas 10. Big play here for Texas. They've yet to convert when it comes to 3rd downs in this game. They have a 3rd and 5 as this crowd is getting loud here in Razorback Stadium. 0 for 7 tonight by the Longhorns when it comes to 3rd downs. Ball spot the Arkansas 10. From the guns, Card. He's got running back to his right, 1 to his left. Back to pass, Card in the pocket, looking right, fires. That's complete at the 5. Breaks a tackle to the far side of the field, diving to the pylon just short. Catch made for a gain of 9 by Rashawn Johnson. Moves the chains, and it's the Longhorns at the goal line with a 1st and goal. Rashawn Johnson takes it to the Arkansas 1-yard line. 1st and goal coming up. They're going to go I formation. Card under center. In the I formation. Hands it off. On the carry up the middle into the end zone. First touchdown of the game to the Longhorns. Goes to Bijan Robinson. 1-yard touchdown rush. 10-17 left to go in the third quarter, and they had to go with a takeaway in order for things to start to happen for Texas. So extra point coming up to snap the hold, the kick, and it drifts through the upright, squeaks it in there, and that is good. So big touchdown off of the takeaway by the Longhorns. Puts it to a 9-point game now, 16-7 Arkansas on top as we have 10-17 remaining in the third. All right, so if you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much for being a part here on the channel. Appreciate everybody for being a part on the stream. Majority of my content I usually covers college basketball games, and also NBA games as well, but I do cover other sports also. Football quite a bit. Also, I've covered baseball quite a bit, along with a little bit of lacrosse as well. I've covered some tennis as well, so glad to have you guys in the stream. Welcome in, James in the stream. Got Thomas back on the stream. Welcome in. I haven't seen any of those, Lorenzo. We're going to put this in the slow mode, everybody. Let's get that slow mode hype in the chat if you haven't already done so today. Kelly with a dono. Let's get that dono hype in the chat. Thanks so much, man. Really appreciate it. I'm from Massachusetts. Yeah, we don't really have much college football over here. I'm a huge Patriots fan myself. For college basketball, I'm a big Providence fan for college hoops. I'm a big New England sports fan, though. I'm from Massachusetts myself. Celtics, Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins on my team. Welcome in, Ed, on the stream. Jamie, welcome in. Glad to have you guys be a part in the channel. So Texas responds to takeaway, and they lead it into a touchdown rush into the end zone. Bijan Robinson, 14 carries for 54 yards. Last week, he ran for over 100. Both of the running backs ran for over 100 in their matchup, same as Trelon Smith for Arkansas. He is the leading ball carrier on the ground, 9 carries for 60. And then KJ Jefferson, the quarterback, right behind Smith, 7 carries for 59. And Jefferson through the air, he's completed 12 passes out of 16 attempts. So back from the timeout. As this one is returnable by Arkansas. They're going to take it past the 25 to around the 23, and that's where they'll start off for the next possession for the Razorbacks. Lined up to the left side of the quarterback, Jefferson. This is the running back towards the left, as this is A.J. Green. And Jefferson is going to burn the timeout to start things off. That play clock winding down. Jefferson burns crucial timeout here as Arkansas will take a timeout on the field, 16-7 with 10-12 remaining. All right, so they come back from their timeout. Ball spotted at their own 19 to start things off for Arkansas from the gun. Jefferson hands it off and going nowhere. Loss of 2 on the carry to the running back, Dominique Johnson. It's going to be a 2nd and long coming up for the Razorbacks. Jefferson from the gun. He's got 2 wide receivers lined up to the left side. Jefferson takes the snap to the right of him, but able to pick it up. In the pocket, passes deep down the far sideline. Open receiver, caught at the 45. Down around the 39-yard line. That is a first down. Deep pass goes downfield to the far sideline to Tyson Morse, the wide receiver, who hauls it in. Arkansas now in the Texas territory as they're going to come up in the no huddle. The referees will spot this football around the 37-yard line in Texas territory. From the gun, Jefferson takes the snap. He hands it off, up the hashes, past the 30, rumbles forward 25 to the 20, and dragged down around the 18-yard line on the carry. As it goes for a rush of 19 to Dominique Johnson, and he's got himself 4 carries for tonight for around 32 on the ground. Another rush by Johnson here. He rushes towards the right side, past the 15 to the 10. Gets the edge out in front and knocked out of bounds around the 7 First and goal coming up for Arkansas, moving the football well this drive. They're going to have it inside the 10-yard line. There's an injured player for Texas down in the field, though. And this is not a good sign. This is one of their key players on defense. Junior middle linebacker Luke Brokermeyer is down in the field for the Longhorns. The clock stops with 8:50 remaining in the third quarter. Hey, what's good, Dakota? Welcome to the stream. So Brokermeyer goes off the field. First and goal coming up. Arkansas will have this football spotted around the Texas 7-yard line. Jefferson quiets down the crowd under 9 minutes left to go, third quarter. From the gun. This will be a handoff. Taken, diving forward, just shy of the goal line. It is Smith with a carry of 6. Second and goal coming up at the 1-yard line of Texas territory for Arkansas. Traylon Smith tonight's got 10 rushes for 65 yards. Here's a rush, jumping over the pile of defense into the end zone. It is Smith for the 1-yard touchdown plunge. 22-7, Arkansas comes back out after the Texas touchdown and responds in their own way. Down the field in an 81-yard drive on 6 plays. I'm out tomorrow most of the day. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. This is up and through the uprights. It is good. 23-7, Razorbacks lead with 8:16 left remaining in the third quarter. Running the ball effectively downfield, and they got 27 carries tonight for 181 rushing yards by the Razorbacks. Their leading ball carrier, Traylon Smith, 11 carries for 66 yards in the touchdown rush. Dominique Johnson averaging around almost 9 yards per tote in this game. He has got 5 carries for 44 rushing yards and a rushing TD as well. And it's been a part of this, the no-huddle offense in this game for Arkansas. They are running it really well. They're 121 rushing yards more than Texas today, and that's what Texas leaned on in the last game. They went rush heavy, and Arkansas has been able to prevail this way tonight. Going rush heavy and going 81 yards in that drive into the end zone. What's good, Buffalo, Florida? Welcome to the stream. Haley, welcome in. I can't show the actual game due to copyright. It's just play-by-play only. If you're new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, ring that notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified future live streams I do cover. Majority of my content I usually cover is actually basketball games, college basketball games. I covered both of these teams quite a bit this past season for college basketball. Arkansas's run into the Elite Eight. I covered a good amount of games for Texas in the regular season, along with the Big 12 conference tournaments. And I also do cover other sports such as football here from time to time, same as baseball I've covered before, lacrosse, and a little bit of NASCAR racing I've covered before, and US Open tennis I did earlier this week too. Let's see, Lamborghini Diablo or Porsche Cayman. Probably go for Lamborghini right there, Lorenzo. So Texas will receive this kickoff once we get back to action. Hudson Card has been the quarterback all game long, and he's only thrown the ball 50 yards downfield for passing yards. 7 for 11 tonight, not taking any deep shots downfield. And when his team needs a 3rd and long, Card will take a pass short underneath for like a pickup a 3 or 4, well short of the first down, as they have failed on 7 third down attempts out of 8 in this game for Texas. They did score a touchdown for the first time in the last drive. It was off of a takeaway that gave them momentum and starting out inside Arkansas's 30-yard line, which they ended up scoring the touchdown. But that's how they've only got 7 points on the board, was off of that takeaway. So we are right back into action. Texas from their own 2 will return this kick. Up the middle of the field past the 20 and tackled down around the 23. On the return is Deshaun Jameson. Timothy, welcome to the stream. A lot of Arkansas fans out on the stream. David, welcome in. And this crowd is rocking. Red and white decked out here at Razorback Stadium. And there are sections. They operate out of the pistol. First snap. Play action by Card. Looking deep downfield. He will air it out deep down the middle of the field. His wide receiver had a step behind his defender, and it's incomplete. Looking for Wordy. And Card throws that ball as it sails right to Wordy, and Wordy did not make an adjustment back to the football as that ball falls incomplete. The clock stops with 8:03 left to go in the third. I won't be around tomorrow afternoon. Card goes right up to the line. He's got his running back Robinson lined up to the left side. Receiver in motion from right to left is Whittington. Back to pass, going to air it out deep again down the far sideline and could not make an adjustment again. This time was Joshua Moore, intended wide receiver. Hudson Card lets that ball sail. A little bit overthrown and wide to the right again of his intended wide receiver. And back-to-back deep balls fall incomplete. Yeah, that pass quite overthrown, intended for Moore. Aaron Zachary, welcome to the stream. 7:56 left to go in the third. 3rd and 10 coming up for Texas with a ball spotted at their own 23-yard line. Card takes the snap, back to pass in the pocket. He's going to rush up. He passes downfield. That ball is complete, caught. Gain of 11, needed 10. It is caught for the first down as it goes to Cavante Dixon. First catch of the game by the freshman. Moves the chains, and that's only the second time tonight that Texas has moved the chains on the 3rd down conversion. They are 2 for 9 when it comes to converting on 3rd down. From the gun, Card takes the snap, hands it off up the middle in the draw. To the right side of the hashes, rush to about the 40-yard line as Robinson is dragged down, and this will bring up about a 2nd and 4 coming up for Texas. But John Robinson, 15 carries for 60 yards tonight. Play action. Rolling out to his right as Card signals downfield. Passes on the run. That ball is dropped and incomplete. Looking down the far sideline to Jordan Whittington, and off the top of his fingertips as he was also hit as he was trying to go after that football from behind. It's going to bring up another third down conversion here for Texas. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Longhorns. Under 7 minutes remaining tonight in the third quarter. Card from the gun. Ball spotted at the Texas 40-yard line. And the referees will come in and say that Texas has burned their first charge timeout of the second half. So timeout taken here on the field by Texas. Sarkisian takes one here. This is a big third down coming up for the Longhorns. Multiple 3-and-outs in this game. And then they avoid the 3-and-out this time by converting on an 11-yard pass to keep the drive alive. And once again, on third down scenario all over again. Crowd here in Fayetteville is pumped up. 3rd and 4. Ball spotted at Texas's own at their own 40-yard line. Going 5 wide from the gun, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Card takes the snap. Back to pass. He's flushed out towards the left side. Card signals, and Card will rush forward, and he is taken down about a yard short of the first down marker. Arkansas makes up a huge stop, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 1 at the Texas 42-yard line. John Ridgway, senior defensive tackle, the one to wrap up Card to put him a yard shy of the first down marker. 6:30 left to go in the third quarter as the clock keeps ticking down. And Texas, down by 16 points, elects to go for it. 4th and 1. Ball spotted at their own 43. Card takes a snap handoff. Spin move blown up in the backfield. It's a turnover on downs. The whole Arkansas defense swarms in and stuffs Bajan Robinson for a loss of 1 in the backfield. And Arkansas will have the football coming up. This crowd is pumped up. 6:13 left to go in the third quarter. They go in the ace formation, and Robinson, nothing there as he sees a hole, and a swarm of red jerseys come straight through the hole for Arkansas as they gang tackle Robinson. Number 27 for Arkansas, Hayden Henry. He came in, it was helmet to helmet, and there was no penalty call on the field. Hayden Henry was the first one there. So Arkansas with terrific field position as they will start off at Texas's 42-yard line. The rush to the right side of the hashes, carried to around the 37 on the rushes. It goes to, or it will be KJ Jefferson, the quarterback keeper, on it for about a gain of 5. This is a carry right at the marker and gets it. Should be enough for the first down. Raheem Sanders needed 3 and got 3. Approaching 5.5 left to go in the third. I'd probably go Kellogg's Frosted Flakes there, Lorenzo. Here's another rush up the middle. Referee's last initial call was 3rd and inches. Now it's a first down. That is enough in the carry. I'm from Massachusetts. So 1st and 10. Ball spotted at Texas's 31-yard line. Jefferson from the gun. He quiets down the crowd. 2 wide receivers lined up to his left. His running back to the left side is Smith. Jefferson takes a snap. Pump fake. Looking left. Fires towards the left side. Right at the marker. Caught. First down. Appears to be enough. Catch of 10. As it is made on the far side of the field. It goes to Warren Thompson for his second catch of the game. 1st and 10 now. Ball spotted the Texas 20. Here's a rush up the middle past the 15. Knocked down around the 11-yard line. Carry of 9. On the rushes, it goes to Smith. Yep, on the stream. Welcome in. 4:20 left to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 1 coming up for Arkansas. Ball spotted at the Texas 11. They go empty backfield. Jefferson from the gun. He's got motion towards the left with his tight end. Jefferson will keep it himself. Quarterback draw. Takes it for the first down. Needed 1. Gun himself 3. As this ball will be spotted now at the Texas 8-yard line. Arkansas again controlling this ball at the line of scrimmage. As they just keep on moving the chains. Over 200 rushing yards on the ground on 31 carries. 202 tonight total with 2 rushing touchdowns. One by Traylon Smith, as he leads the way with 76 rushing yards. The other by Dominique Johnson with 44 rushing yards, averaging just under 9 yards per carry. 3.5 minutes in the third. Arkansas letting the play clock go down. The play action. Now it will be a quarterback scramble up the middle to the 5. Rush a 3, 2nd and goal coming up for Arkansas. Hey, thanks so much, Justin, Timothy, Mike in the stream. Welcome in. Tons of Arkansas fans pouring in, over 100 on the chat. Let's go, everybody. Approaching 3 minutes left to go. A 7-play drive consisting of 37 yards and over 3 minutes off the clock for the Razorbacks. 2nd and goal from the Texas 5. In the gun is Jefferson, the quarterback. He's got 2 receivers lined up to the left. Jefferson takes a snap. Back to pass, fires to the left corner of the end zone. Up for grabs, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver, Traylon Burks. He was being defended by Thompson in the corner of the end zone. No flag thrown, but it looked like he was getting held up upon with that left arm. Tried to catch it with his right arm, and there was no penalty flag in the field. And that left arm was contacted right before the ball got there by Anthony Cook in the secondary for Texas. Brings up a 3rd and goal. Quiets the crowd again. Arkansas has it at the Texas 5. From the gun, Jefferson. Jefferson takes the snap. Handoff towards the right side. Gains around 1 on the carries. It goes to the running back, Johnson. Dominique Johnson tonight, 6 carries for 45 yards in the ground. And a rushing touchdown. He'll bring up a 4th and goal, though. The kicker, Cam Little, comes back onto the field, as he is a perfect 3 for 3 tonight with field goals. His long of 44. Makes from 24, 24, and 44. Little from the right hash. Chip shot, 22-yard attempt. The snap to hold, the kick by Little. It's up and straight through the uprights. It is good. Arkansas by 19 leads it at home. 2:08 left to play in the third, 26-7. This crowd is packed out tonight, out in Fayetteville. If you're new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified future live streams I do cover. Majority of my content I usually cover is college basketball games and NBA games, but also from time to time I do cover other sports for special live streams like football games, college football, NFL. Also, I've covered NASCAR races before, MLB games for baseball. Also, I've covered a little bit of tennis for the U.S. Open last week, and also covered lacrosse before as well. Arkansas's defense just keeps on making stops in this game, as Texas just has struggled with anything going deep down the field tonight. This ball gets booted away, goes to the back of the end zone, and Texas once again will take over starting at their own 25. Hey, thanks so much for the sub, Justin. Appreciate it. Great question here, Lorenzo. I'm going to take Eminem. Elbert, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for being a part of the channel. I covered both of these teams quite a bit for college basketball, too. So if you watch college basketball as well and a big fan, feel free to join me when the college basketball streams start, because I covered Arkansas's run to the Elite Eight this past season. I also covered Texas quite a bit in the regular season. So we have 2:08 left to play. Third quarter. Texas back with the football. They'll start off at their own 25. The quarterback is still Hudson Card. He takes the snap from the gun, flushed out to his right, and he gets stripped from behind with the football. Arkansas recovers at the Texas 30. They pick it up and drag down at the 26. It is a fumble by Card, recovered for Arkansas by number 9, the junior, Greg Brooks Jr. And one play, one turnover by Texas with 2 minutes in the third. The pressure coming, and that ball was poked loose. Trey Williams, the one who strips the football. Or Zach Williams, number 56. Zach Williams, number 56, the one who got the pressure from behind and stripped the football loose from Hudson Card as he was releasing when he threw. And then the ball was recovered at the Texas 30-yard line by Greg Brooks Jr., and he returned it over to the Texas 26. So that is a fumble recovery. One play, one turnover. Two minutes remaining in the third quarter, and Arkansas is great field position to put up a 30-burger on the board. This is an absolute stunner here as far as Texas struggling tonight. It's 26-7 Arkansas. Arkansas will have it 1st and 10 at the Texas 26. From the gun, Jefferson takes the snap. Hands it off, and now makes a cut up the middle, past the 20, towards the left sideline, 15, to the 10, to the 5, rumbling forward into the end zone. That is a touchdown rush from 26 yards out on the carry, as that is Raheem Sanders' first touchdown rush tonight. This crowd keeps on roaring, 32-7, with 1:50 left to go in the third. One turnover. One play later for Arkansas, puts it into the end zone for 6. The snap, the hold, the extra point, that's through the uprights and good. What a start to the season for Arkansas. And their schedule it gets up and up and up after this. They got a tune-up with Georgia Southern next week, and then they got a brutal schedule late September into October, taking on 4 ranked teams in a row. Texas A&M, at Georgia, at Ole Miss, and then taking on Auburn, who has outscored their opponents 122-10 to their first 2 games. And man, this is going to be quite the season for the SEC. Texas gets a game to tune up next week too. They're going to take on Rice, who Arkansas won in week number 1 before they get into Big 12 play at home against Texas Tech and then at TCU, and then a big game against number 9 Oklahoma in the Cotton Bowl on October 9th. So Texas back to return this kickoff. 1:50 left to play in the third quarter. And this ball again will get kicked back to the end zone. Texas will take over at their own 25. If you're new in the stream tonight, make sure to hit that thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, or ring that notification bell as well if you like to be notified for future live streams. Majority of my content I usually cover is basketball games, play-by-play of college hoops, and also NBA games. But I do cover other sports as well. NFL, college football. Covered a little bit of baseball as well. lacrosse, and also a little bit of tennis. Yeah, that'd be incredible. We have to reach 25K first. On the road to 25K for subscribers. We are just barely over 20K, I believe. Here's a screen pass to the near side of the hashes, past the 30, taken to around the 32, catch a 7, goes to Whittington. So this is a new quarterback out on the field for Texas. This is Casey Thompson, junior quarterback from Newcastle, Oklahoma, onto the field, as they have made the substitute change. And now go with Thompson. Thompson will keep it himself. First down. As he rushes, carry a 4, needed 3, picks up the first as he takes it on the quarterback draw up the middle to the 36 of Texas territory. So this is a change that should have been made a long time ago, considering just how conservative the offense was run. 3rd and long plays, and Carter was taking short throws underneath to pick up 3 or 4 yards when he needed 10 or 11. Catch made down the near sideline. Minimal yardage picked up, though, on the catch for Texas, and it will bring up, at first, it will bring up a second down, but the refs here, there's a late penalty flag thrown. They're seeing if this will be a call on Arkansas for a late hit out of bounds, and it will. So personal foul, late hit out of bounds for the Razorbacks. It's charged to number 23, Devin Bush, corner, sophomore for Arkansas. So he's got the same name as Devin Bush from Pittsburgh. What's good, David, on the stream? Welcome in. Under 1 minute left to go. Thompson back to pass in the pocket. Thompson will rush up now, as he will take this forward about a gain of 5 in the carry. Second and 4, ball spot at the Arkansas 38. A rush towards the right side. Takes it past the 35, first down, dragged down around the 33. They might have one more play left in them before the end of the third quarter if the clock keeps on running. Texas rushes back to the line. From the gun, Thompson takes the snap with 6 seconds left in the third. Back to pass, airs it out deep to the far side of the field to the end zone. Incomplete. Overthrows his intended wide receiver, Joshua Moore. And the clock will stop here with zeros on the board on the game clock at the end of the third quarter. 33-7, it's Arkansas, who leads after 3 quarters against number 15 nationally ranked Texas. As we'll start the fourth coming up after the media break. What's good, Sir Charles? Welcome to the stream. Just total domination tonight by the Razorbacks. Total yards in their favor, 372 to 156. Their defense only allowing 2 third-down conversions all game long by Texas. And Arkansas with 17 first downs. And rushing the football has been the big key. This offense with the offensive line has opened up the holes once again for the running game tonight. And Arkansas has rushed the football for 234 yards on the grounds. And they've had 5 separate rushers do that. Traylon Smith leading the ball carrying, 12 carries for 75. The quarterback, KJ Jefferson, 10 carries for 73 yards rushing, with a long of 34. Dominique Johnson averaging over 7 yards per carry, same as Jefferson. And Johnson's rushed 6 carries for 44 yards. Raheem Sanders, he's got a touchdown rush. 5 carries for 36. He got the last touchdown rush. And then A.J. Green's got 2 carries for 6. So 3 touchdown rushes, one by Smith, one by Johnson, and the last by Sanders. Hey, what's good, Jose in the stream? Welcome in. Hope all is going well at the wedding for your cousin, man. Hey, thanks so much, Russell. Really appreciate it. Texas made a quarterback change. Hudson Card finished 8 for 15 passing, 61 yards through the air. They just struggled all game long moving the football downfield. And one of the big keys for Texas in the first game to take away was what they did on the ground, and they were not able to match up Arkansas tonight with that factor. Arkansas's defense just up front, too tough to handle for Texas's offensive line. And once the running game got taken out of place, it was their lead ball carrier only averaged just under 4 yards per carry. Bijan Robinson tonight, 17 carries for 64 yards, ended up getting the lone touchdown tonight in a long rush of 20. The longest play from scrimmage by Texas was a pass of 25 caught by Xavier Worthy in the first quarter, and that was it. And now they brought in Casey Thompson as the new quarterback. So, inexperienced. They went with a redshirt freshman with Hudson Card, got his second career start tonight, and he was holding on to the football for an extremely long time. And he would take short passes downfield on 3rd and long attempts. So back to action from the timeout. Texas rushes the football, minimal yardage on the carry, about a gain of 2 on the rush. What's good, Looney in the stream? Welcome in. Looks like there's an injured player down in the field right now. It's a player for Arkansas down. Trying to see if there's a number to this. Right now they have an above the view cam where the coaches are surrounding. So I don't know the number right now, but clock will stop as we just started out. Right now we're in the 4th. So we just started out the 4th quarter. Tomorrow night's probably gonna be Sunday Night Football. I might cover that one midway through or so I'll probably join it in progress at halftime most likely. Because tomorrow I'll be out most of the day. I have my girlfriend's got her birthday party tomorrow, so I'll be out most of the day with her helping out set up with her family. So I'll probably be back for Sunday Night Football, Bears-Rams tomorrow night. 3rd and 9 coming up. Screen pass to the left side, bobbled. It's incomplete. That's just a clear drop by Texas by the tight end, Cade Brewer. And it's going to bring up, this will be a flag first, though, so we'll take a look at the penalty. I've been doing this for about 2.5 years. Most of my content's actually usually basketball games that I've covered. So most of my content's usually basketball games. I'm a huge college basketball fan. I covered Arkansas quite a bit throughout the March Madness tournament. So college basketball, NBA games, and also I've covered, of course, other sports, football, baseball, done a little bit of NASCAR racing too, lacrosse, and I covered a U.S. Open a little bit earlier this week. Here's a rush by Thompson, the quarterback. He's going to scramble just shy of the first down marker. It's going to bring up a 2nd and short. Ball spotted at the Arkansas 9-yard line now as Texas is moving downfield. Thompson hands it off up the middle, past the first down marker into about the 5. So it's going to be a 1st and goal coming up by Texas with the ball at the Arkansas 5-yard line. Hey, thanks so much, Lorenzo. Appreciate it, man. Thompson goes right back up to the line. from the gun. In motion towards the right side to the left is Whittington. Thompson will keep it himself, though, in the carry, and he takes it into the end zone of the quarterback keeper. So 33-13 now. It's a 5-yard touchdown rush by Casey Thompson. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, I was wondering why a lot of people just got into this stream or so, because we had, I think at one time we had like 30 people watching, and then it went from 30 to like 100. I've had that happen quite a bit. It's crazy when people come in sometimes, because I was covering, I think 2 years ago, the opening night game. As this kick is a line drive kick through the uprights and good. Arkansas once again up by 19 with 13:33 left to play. Yeah, I was covering, I think, Michigan State against Duke from like 2 years ago, opening night of college basketball. And we had like, I think we had like 10 people at the start of the game in the chat. This is when my channel was really small, like before 1,000 subs. I think I had like 300 subs at the time 2 years ago. And then all of a sudden I just see like the chat goes from like 10 people to like 140 in like a matter of a minute. So media break on the field. We have 13:33 left to go in the fourth quarter. And Arkansas will get the football coming back as we go on a media break. Thanks so much for the 90 people watching. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, ring that notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified for future live streams that I do cover. The majority of my content I usually cover is basketball games, play-by-play of college basketball, also NBA games as well. But I do cover football games. Also, I cover baseball from time to time too. And also a little bit of NASCAR racing. I've covered lacrosse before, and a little bit of tennis I've covered as well. Yeah, I bought her some good stuff for tomorrow. Hey, thanks so much, Kyler. Glad to have you guys in the stream. Oh boy, that's going to make Mom upset there, Cody puts out. Oh, good question. Yeah, I'll go Tiger there, Lorenzo. See, Oklahoma leading Western Carolina 62-0. So we take a look at some scoreboard updates here. Wisconsin leading Eastern Michigan 27-0. Miami at the start of the fourth quarter barely getting past Appalachian State right now. 19-17 Miami is leading. And then Ole Miss looking great so far again tonight. 37-7. They're up against Austin Peay. And then North Carolina leading Georgia State 24-10 with around 8 minutes left in the third. Let's see. Texas was the favorite in this game. So this is last check. Texas was a 6-point favorite. Over-under was at 58. This ball gets kicked away into the end zone. Arkansas will let it roll there, and that's where the Razorbacks will start off at their own 25-yard line. So they've done it through 35 carries, 234 rushing yards in the ground. Offensive line creating some big holes out there. Traylon Smith has 75 rushing yards, rushing touchdown, long of 22. KJ Jefferson, the quarterback, long rush of 34. He's got 10 carries for 73 yards in the ground. Dominique Johnson, 44 rushing yards, touchdown rush in the long of 19. And then Raheem Sanders, he's got 5 carries for 36 in the rushing long of 26 yards. Here's a rush taken to the hashes of the left side. That's about a carry of 6 picked up for Arkansas. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 4. Ball be spotted at their own 31-yard line. Second and 4 coming up under 13 minutes left to play. Jefferson hands it off towards the right side of the hashes, past the 40, 45, and dragged down right at midfield. That is a first down. Rush of 19 on the carry. As Arkansas will keep things going and they'll move the chains. First and 10 for the Razorbacks. Ball spotted at midfield. From the gun, it'll be another running back draw up the middle. About a rush of 1 takes it now to Texas territory to the 49. Clock will keep on pushing as we are under 12 minutes remaining. Now they'll go motion with 2 receivers out to the right side for Arkansas. Ball spot the Texas 49. Handoff again up the middle. Breaks the tackle past the 45. Rumbles forward to around the 43. And this will bring up a 3rd and short on the rush by Dominique Johnson. Time just keeps on ticking down. 3rd and short coming up for Arkansas. We're under 11 minutes left to play. They let the play clock go down to 1 second. A handoff and a draw up the middle. Carried past the first down marker at the 40. Takes it to the 38 on the rushes. That's a pick of a 4 in the first down as it goes to Dominique Johnson on the ground. What's good, Raymond, Truth Soldier? Welcome to the stream. It's come down to basically a play a minute that they are running right now as this clock is about to go under 10 minutes. Here's another handoff towards the right side of the hashes, swung down to the 35 and the carry as it goes to Raheem Sanders. So Texas just was not able to get into a rhythm whatsoever tonight in this game as they highly relied upon their rushing attack in the first game, and tonight their rushing game stalled out for they had 95 yards, averaging just 3 yards per rush on 32 rushing attempts, whereas 35 rushing attempts for Arkansas has landed them for over 230 rushing yards total. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Razorbacks. Ball spotted at the Texas 35. Again, they'll go with a running back draw. This time up the middle, passing the 30-yard line by Green, and he's taken down at the 29. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and short coming up now for Arkansas once again. 18 first downs tonight for the Razorbacks. Approaching the 400 mark for total yards in this game. Third and 2 coming up. Under 9 minutes left to go. From the guns, Jefferson, ball spotted at the Texas 30-yard line. Takes the snap, hand off in the draw towards the left side. That's past the 25-20, down the left sideline, 10-5, into the end zone. Touchdown rush. 30-yard touchdown rush for Arkansas, as they are an extra point away from putting on a 40-burger on the board tonight, as that carry goes to A.J. Green. 8 plays, 75 yards downfield, milking out 5 minutes and 6 seconds worth of clock time. And the Razorbacks, too tough to handle tonight on their home field versus Texas. The extra point is up, and that is through the uprights. 40-14 the score, with 8:27 remaining in the fourth quarter. SEC football just too tough to handle. Arkansas rolling here at home. Impressive what they've done, especially when it comes to rushing on the ground. That was a rush for a touchdown of 30 by Green. They've got long rushes tonight of 34 by Jefferson, 30 by Green, 26 by Sanders, 22 by Smith, and 19 by Johnson. 5 separate ball carriers on 43 carries for 309 rushing yards, averaging over 7 yards per tote, and 4 rushing touchdowns. A touchdown run each by Smith, Johnson, Sanders, and Green. Unbelievable. Arkansas making an impact and controlling this game all throughout. And their defense having a huge impact too, making big stops. Texas has really struggled offensively all game long, playing conservative football all throughout the game. Hudson Card ended up being benched in the second half. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much for watching tonight. The majority of my content I usually cover is play-by-play of basketball games. I'm a huge college basketball fan, so I've covered Arkansas quite a bit this past season for college basketball, same as Texas. I called Arkansas quite a bit throughout the March Madness tournament. I also cover NBA games, and also I've covered other sports too here. Football, baseball, NASCAR races a couple times before, along with some lacrosse as well, and a little bit of tennis too I covered earlier this week for the U.S. Open. So welcome in, as we almost got 200 plus watching. What's good, USA girl on the stream? Welcome in. Big welcome here to Texas for the future. Foreshadowing to their future right now. Getting just crushed against Arkansas for the future to SEC. Yeah, I'm a Providence fan. Thanks so much, Funk on the stream. Thanks so much for being a part of the channel. Yeah, I'm from Massachusetts myself, so I'm close to Providence. I'm a big Boston sports fan. So Celtics, Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins. Tim on the stream, welcome in. This ball gets kicked off deep in their own end zone, and Texas will take over starting at their own 25. So we got 8:27 left to go in the fourth quarter. Okay, so a little while ago, there was a player down. They had like an overview cam, so it was tough to see at first. I thought it was at first. Okay, so it is. I just looked it up. It was Grant Morgan who went down on the last drive that they had for Texas. But he is back out, so we just see on the field right now, number 31 is back out for Arkansas on this drive. Here's a rush to up the left hashes, past the 30 to around the 32, lunging forward. Gain of 7 on the rush. It goes to Keelan Robinson, the running back now for Texas. Welcome to the stream, Becky on the channel. Welcome in. We have 8 minutes left to go, approaching the mark in the fourth quarter. Thompson from the gun. He's got 2 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Ball spotted at the Texas 31. Thompson flushed out, passes downfield off the fingertips of Whittington, incomplete. That is the third drop ball tonight by Whittington. A drop pass at his own end zone that would have put up Texas with the lead. They would have gone up 6-3 if he had caught that early in the first quarter. But that's his third drop tonight, jumping up off the top of his fingertips, incomplete, and he was open downfield. 3rd and 4 for Texas. From the gun, 4 wide, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Takes the snap is Thompson. Back to pass in the pocket. Steps up, fires across the middle, complete. Past the 45-yard line, dragged down around the 46 as the catch is made, and that will be a first down catch. It's good for 15 to Whittington. Texas back up to the line of scrimmage. They have motion in the backfield. They take the snap. Back to pass. Thompson will scramble up past midfield. Big hit as he takes to the 45-yard line of Arkansas territory, a yard shy of the first down marker. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 1. Thompson back to the line of scrimmage. Ball spotted at the Arkansas 45. Thompson takes a snap, handoff. A rush up the middle going nowhere. Right back at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Texas is just nothing there to move the pile for Texas. And Zach Williams, the one who forced the fumble that set up Arkansas with a touchdown to give them 33 in the board. He was the one who came in and swarmed in to pick up the tackle right back at the line of scrimmage. Chris in the stream, Justin, welcome in here, guys. 6.5 left to go in the fourth quarter, 3rd and 2. At the Arkansas 45-yard line for Texas. Thompson takes the snap, back to pass in the pocket, looks towards his left, now surveys, pass across the middle, complete. Called at the 32, take it up to the 30. That's a catch of 15 as it goes to number 8, the receiver for Texas. That is Wordy. That's only his 2nd catch of the game. He got a catch in the first quarter for 25, but it's been silent throughout the remaining part of this game. And that's still been held on for the longest catch in this game for Texas, was that gain of 25 in the first quarter. Back to pass again is Thompson. Thompson will rush past the 30, 25 down the right sideline, and he gets knocked out of bounds right at the 20. We'll see where they will place this football. The referees will say it's it will be a 2nd and short. So 2nd and short with 6 minutes and counting down remaining. I'll go Katy Perry there, Lorenzo. Bumper pull tonight. 8 tackles for Arkansas, making his impact. 2nd and 1 coming up for Texas. Ball spotted at the Razorback 21-yard line. They go out of the pistol. Thompson turns, hands it off. Rush here to the right side of the hashes. Picked up, and that will be a first down. A rush of 4 goes to Robinson. And this is Keelan Robinson, who's the running back now. So 2 running backs named Robinson on this team. Bijan Robinson, the starting back And then also Keelan Robinson, who just got the carry. It's Keelan Robinson in motion towards his left. Takes the snap is Thompson. Thompson scrambles to his right. And Thompson will throw on the run across his body to the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Dangerous there if it's stuck in the end zone, but over through the end zone. And the clock will stop with 5:04 left to play. Second and 10 coming up. Texas has the ball spotted at the Arkansas 21-yard line. From the gun, it's Thompson, the quarterback. He takes a snap. Back to pass. Thompson looks right, fires towards the right side. Complete past the 5. Diving to the end zone. And that will be a touchdown roll by the referees. Touchdown catch is made. Number 16, Calvante Dixon gets the 21. He gets the touchdown catch. Upon a midnight dreary, thanks so much for the dono. Really appreciate it. Let's get that dono hype in the chat. You guys are legends on the channels. Let's go, everybody. This play is being under review. Whether the knee was down before the end zone by Dixon on the catch, as we have 4:57 remaining. Yeah, appreciate the dedication here for Lorenzo. 4 a.m. in Barcelona right now, like always, man. And Texas came into this game as the favorite. Over-under tonight was set at 58. If this does stand, it would put it for the over. As right now, we are still under. And then Texas came in as a 6-point favorite. So the referees are still reviewing this touchdown right now on the field to see if it's going to stand. Where that knee was down, and that appears to be short of the goal line. So referees just looking right now to see if this play will stand. We have 4:57 remaining. Nobody has left their seats, though, tonight in Fayetteville. This crowd is rocking. Red in one section, white in the others. They are going every other section. Red, white, red, white, red, white tonight. And the call on the field has been reversed. The 6 points get taken off the board. And that's going to put it back to 40-14. And 2 more seconds go back on the clock. So 4:59 remaining. Texas will have the ball spotted at the goal line. 10 plays in the drive, 74 yards, 3.5 minutes on this drive. What's good, Johnny on the stream? Welcome in. Huge, huge game for Arkansas to put themselves in the top 25. It's past 10 o'clock here where I am. From the gun, Thompson. Thompson will hand it off up the middle and could not get there. Stopped 2 yards shy of the end zone. Loss of 1 on the carry by Keelan Robinson as the defense comes together for Arkansas and they make another tackle for a loss. Hayden Henry, senior, on the defensive side of the football for Arkansas, the one who got there, along with number 7, Joe Faucia. Both of them came in converged in the tackle. 4:15 remaining. Arkansas dominating total yardage in this game. The Razorbacks with 447 total yards to just 240 by Texas. A rush again up the middle. See a red jerseys coming in, swarming as this pile just keeps on getting pushed, and it's going to get pushed down right back at the line of scrimmage. No gain again on the carry, as the Arkansas defense stands tall again and forces another rushing stop for no gain. And it was Bumper Pohl who was in there. One of the key players who came up and made that tackle. 3.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. 3rd and goal for Texas. Ball spotted at the Arkansas 2. Texas from the pistol. Thompson takes the snap, handoff, up the middle, tripped up once again at the goal line. And it's another defensive start by Arkansas. Back to back to back. On the rushes straight up the middle. Jalen Catalon, who got 2 interceptions last week, the one who was able to provide the stop, and this will bring up a 4th and goal. 4th and goal, and Texas going for it. This might mean a lot when it comes to the over-under tonight. Over-under right now at 58. 54 total on the board. From the gun is Thompson, the quarterback. He's got Keelan Robinson towards his right side. Thompson takes the snap. Gonna go pass this time. Flushed out to his right. Thompson gonna keep it himself. He will. And he gets right to the goal line. Reaches over the pylon. That is good for the touchdown. Just able to stretch it over the goal line. Didn't look like he was going to get there in the initial hit, but Casey Thompson with a 2-yard touchdown rush puts a 20 spot on the board for Texas. 2:26 remaining in the 4th quarter. Let's see here in the replay once again. Rolls out to his right. Thompson decides to keep it, avoids a hit at the 5, and boom, takes a hit at the goal line, but stretches across. That is good for 6. Total time of possession was even tonight. 28 minutes and 37 seconds by Arkansas. 28 minutes and 8 seconds by Texas. So Arkansas had controlled the time of possession throughout the course of the game, but Texas, on their last drive, they went for a lengthy drive there, 75 yards down the field. And basically put it even for time of possession. Big thing to know in this game, Arkansas with 309 rushing yards, Texas with 122. Texas will go for the extra point. 2:26 remaining on the clock in the 4th. The snap, the hold, the kick, that's up and through. 40-21. The Razorbacks at home. With under 3 minutes left to go. Looking to be ranked. Yeah, just so yeah, sad, really life-changing day in America for today, 20-year anniversary of 9/11, as we remember those from today, 20 years ago. And it's a day in history that we will never forget. And we thank everybody who has sacrificed their freedom here. It's been just a crazy day that just turned this world into definitely more protection than what we've had before. I think I was like 6 years old that day. I remember it. I think I was the last group that remembered it, because I was born in 1995. And then after that, I think those that were born after me were too young to remember it. It was about my age, 95, 96, and then after that, I think it was tough to remember that if you were born 97 and beyond. If you guys are new in the stream, thanks so much for watching tonight. Hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. If you guys are new in the channel, thanks so much for tuning in and being a part on the stream. Usually the majority of my content I do cover is actually basketball games, college basketball, and NBA games. I've covered Arkansas quite a bit this past season for college basketball. I covered their Elite 8 tournament run. Also, I covered Texas quite a bit throughout the regular season into the Big 12 tournament. Yeah, this would be more of a ball game if Thompson had get the start tonight at quarterback. It's a really difficult game tonight as far as Hudson Card. Yeah, Arkansas should definitely be ranked in the top 25. This game was just too much to handle tonight for Texas to make stops to Arkansas. Texas will onside this kick. We're back to action. Jumping up in the air. The ball is bobbled on the onside kick, and there's a pile down for this football. Referees are going to have to sort out who has the football coming up. Arkansas is pointing it's in their direction. There's a flag down. And this will be Arkansas ball as they will get it back. Levi, welcome to stream. Thanks so much for your service. Really appreciate it here for finding my channel. It was, okay, so Texas gets called on the penalty as well. It's going to be offsides on the kicking team for Texas. Arkansas will have the football with 2:22 remaining. So we're going to get to a media break again. 2:22 left to go in the fourth quarter. Arkansas here will have the ball coming up after the media timeout. Oop. Here's the timeout. Some Bunny in the stream, welcome in. Glad to have you guys be a part here tonight in the channel. Be still in the stream. We got 6 likes away from 100. If you guys are new, make sure to smash it up. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe before you sign off tonight. Quick update, college football scores going on right now. Miami in a tight game against Appalachian State. 2 minutes left to go. 25-23. Looks like Miami has the football on a fourth down on Appalachian State's 26-yard line. Wisconsin leading Eastern Michigan in the final minute, 34-7. Oklahoma puts up 69 on the board and blanketing out Western Carolina 69-0. Ole Miss up against Austin Peay 51-0. UNC up against Georgia State 45-10. It depends if I'm like a rounder or so. Majority of my stuff I usually covers college basketball and NFL, but I do cover from time to time as well college football, NFL. Hudstud, thanks so much for being a part of the channel, man. I've actually never announced games before, but I'm going to be starting up announcing games, I believe, next week. I finally start up for the first time. I've been covering sports here on the channel for over two and a half years, basically, right now. But, yeah, most of the games I'm going to have are, like, Saturday afternoons. So I'll probably cover more than night games. Lost Pupper, welcome in. Texas struggled right from the start. They have a redshirt freshman quarterback. He got his second career start tonight, and they were playing this whole game really conservative. They would rush the football on early drives, and then they wouldn't gain much. It would be, say, they would have like a gain of 1, maybe 2, and then they get like no gain in the next carry, and then they were into a 3rd and long, 3rd and 8, and then in that situation, their quarterback would pass it underneath for like 2-3 yards, and that is it. And that happened on multiple drives tonight. The drives kept on stalling for 3 and outs all over the place for Texas, and Texas only converted on 4 third downs out of 13 total. Not much deep shots down the field for Texas. They had a lot of trouble running the ball effectively. Arkansas up front, just too much to handle with their defensive line. Texas only averaged 3 yards per carry. Arkansas averaged over 7. That's the big difference tonight. These two teams carry the ball pretty similar. Arkansas, 43 carries for 309 rushing yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. And then Texas had tonight 41 carries for 124 yards in the ground. They ended up having 3 rushing touchdowns, 2 of those by the backup quarterback Casey Thompson, who didn't play until the third quarter. So 2nd and 8 coming up. Arkansas with the ball. Ball spotted the Texas 39. They let the play clock go down to 1. Play clock's at double zeros. Did they get the snap off in time? It'll be a quarterback keeper. Down the left sideline, past the 30, 25-20. Jukes a man out at the 15, runs out of bounds around the 11. That is a quarterback keeper by the backup QB, Malik Hornsby, redshirt freshman. Looked like the play clock was down to double zeros, and referees didn't notice the play clock, and they let the play off. .121 left to go. 1st and goal for Arkansas now. Thanks so much, Becky. Glad to have you on the stream. Arkansas has it, the 10-yard line of Texas. The snap taken and the knee taken by Malik Hornsby. Arkansas has 7 separate players run with the football tonight. 45 carries for 340 rushing yards in the grounds. And they had multiple players here rush over 15-plus yards. Along of 34 by the starting quarterback, K.J. Jefferson. Along of 30 by A.J. Green with a rushing touchdown. A long rush of 26 by Raheem Sanders with a rushing touchdown. A long of 29 just a moment ago by Malik Hornsby, the backup quarterback. A rush of 22 by the starting running back, Traylon Smith. He finished with 12 carries for 75 yards. And Dominique Johnson had a rushing touchdown, and he had a long rush tonight of 19. The snap and the knee in this game has gone finals. The fans rush out on the Razorback Stadium right now at Arkansas. At home is knocked off number 15 ranked Texas. 40-21 the final. Big welcome to the SEC with a foreshadowing of what is to come here as these fans, red and white, pile out onto the field as they are storming it right now, cheering. What a game by the Razorbacks. One more tune-up they will have before they take on an absolutely brutal schedule in SEC play here with what should be one of the toughest schedules coming up in the next month. They'll take on Georgia Southern next week, but then after that, they take on Texas A&M, neutral site game at AT&T Stadium. They're at Georgia. They're at Ole Miss, and then they take on Auburn, who has outscored opponents 122-10. So that's a wrap here, everybody. Thanks so much for being a part of the channel tonight. Before I do sign off, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, ring that notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified for future live streams I do cover here. Tomorrow night, I'm probably going to be back for the Rams against the Bears for NFL tomorrow night, Sunday Night Football. I'm not sure when I'm going to go live because I'm out for most of the day, so I'll probably go live around or after halftime for tomorrow. I'll probably go live for that. But thanks so much, everybody. Before I do sign off here, I'm going to thank the channel members on this stream. Close out to the channel members. If anybody would like to become a channel member, it's as low as $1.99 per month to get a shout out at every single one of my live streams at the very end. As we have 40 plus channel members, as we have Jason, Aaron, Man and Hades, Cindy, Rajeep, Old Ed Deuce, Russell, D-Block, CW2K, BP, Greg, James, Magic, Oreo Pudding, Reezer, Bino, Mark, Kelly, Mike, Rashad, John, Jessica, Barco, Stephanie, Ahino Josa, Elkan GFR 90, Maurice, Christian Keat, Woody, Warren, Kit Lorenz, Pamela, Oscar, Isaiah, I Am Ghost, a member from Taiwan we have, Don, Mr. Mundre, Alden, Abdurrahman, and Patrick. Thanks so much, everybody, for being a part of the stream. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. Arkansas, big winners tonight over number 15 ranked Texas, 40-21 the final. Thanks so much, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your night.